Right, hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Redmond TV. I'm back doing a watch-along. Liverpool versus Napoli. This is absolutely unbelievable scenes. Can you believe I was actually only 7 minutes late today? I think that is sensational. By the way, do I hear, can you hear me sound? Can you hear me sound? Because that'd be brilliant if you could. James is the type of guy to go to the toilet, or to put a toilet on his head and name himself Louis. Who the fuck? Is this a thing? This is fully a thing. Make that a thing. James is the type of guy. Whoever has the best James is the type of guys. I'll pin the comments or something like that. If you put them comments, because they make me laugh, keep doing them. They're hilarious, mate. I need to. If you can hear the telly as well, let me know. Let me know what the mic is. What you scanning? Meatballs, lad. You know them seedy meatballs from the corner shop that you get? What's the brand? Just don't eat them. I don't advise anyone to eat them, honestly. They'll give you cancer. They're fucking horrible, mate. They're nice, but they're definitely not good for you. I opened that packet before and it stunk. It was fucking ruthless. James is the type of guy to make chicken soup, but forget about the chicken. Well, anyway, make sure that you smash a like and subscribe to James Redmond TV. We're going to be talking about the Napoli game in a second. I want to read through a few more comments. Yes, James, lads, how are we? I am brilliant, Tammy. I am fucking brilliant. But I won't be brilliant if we don't yet again win a game tonight, which would be more than devastating. Let me read all these comments. So, hey, James, what happens with you and Anfield Agenda? So the thing is, with me and Craig, it's just one of those that I haven't addressed myself, but it was just like a little falling out, long story short. And it weren't anything major, it weren't anything to be beef, you know what I mean? I wish him all the best. I know he's got a family, he's a family man. I want him to be the most successful he can be. And to be brutally honest, he's doing really, really good at what he's in the field that he's in right now. He's absolutely smashing it, and long may that continue. But yeah, just a little falling out, and that's why we don't do content anymore. But it is what it is. Arthur and Thiago come on for 60, I think, mate. I agree. I think Arthur and Thiago need to actually get a cameo in this game. Let me see if I can get my Twitter up and share the screen, because I actually haven't seen the lineup, so you're going to be seeing my instant reaction to the lineup straight away. And the one thing that I want to try and take into consideration for this game, because this is a massive game, I feel like most people need to realise just how much is riding on this game, because obviously if we lose, we still have 5 more games to go ahead and recoup any points that we need to go through to the next round. But the thing is, though, it's you need to start winning games now, so we have that confidence in the near future, so we're not all over the gaff, you know what I mean? We absolutely need to make sure that everything just absolutely spick and span. And by getting players like Arthur, Thiago, these type of folk, then we're absolutely sound. I've got loads to do. I never prepared these streams properly at all. Let me get some water down me. Right, I need to change the names of the teams and that. Liverpool. It's actually Napoli who's at home, so Napoli. Liverpool. This is the proper high-tech stuff right here. Is that good enough? No, wait there, that's us. Red for Redmond. Is that sound? Ah, that's bloody gorgeous. Bloody gorgeous. James is the type of guy to wear his clothes in the shower to save water. Yeah. I really love the fact that everyone thinks I'm a sociopath or some fucking psycho. The use mad. Why do you think I do these things? I love that James is the type of guys, though. They're funny. They're hilarious. Oh, yeah, I was going to get Twitter up and get the lineup up. Sorry. Oh, I'm not even signed into me Twitter. Yeah, if someone would be so gracious to put the lineup in the chat. In fact, did Diego do it earlier? Yes, he did. And the boys are walking out, so the game will be starting in due course. Let me lift myself up, because these chats are going to be covering me otherwise. So the Liverpool lineup reads as Alisson, Trent, Gomez, Van Dijk, Gomez. Oh, I wanted to see Matip in this game. I feel like just the build-up play that Matip has to offer would have been so much more beneficial in a game like Napoli, where they're probably going to be a bit reserved. Obviously, they'll play their football. But in a game where they're going to be defensive first, I'm just saying it might have been a shout to put Joe Matip in the team, because he gives us that build-up play aspect, so I think we're going to miss him. But Gomez, he's been sound. Robertson, expected that. Fabinho, Milner, Elliott, I predicted that midfield. And then I also predicted the attack, but not Firmino. I did not predict Firmino at all. And then the Napoli lineup, yeah, they've got a decent little lineup as well. Osimhen is the one that I'm watching out for, chat. Let me know who your biggest worries are and stuff, but that's the one I'm watching out for. James, have you ever been to the Whittle? I've been to the Whittle quite a few times. I work for a charity, and sometimes when you're working for a charity and you're knocking on doors, you go to areas where you're going to have to speak to people from the Whittle. And you know what? A lot of people are sound, but you can tell that they're from the Whittle, and that's fine. It's not a bad thing to be from the Whittle. It's not a great thing to be from the Whittle, but it's not a bad thing. It's not like there's some things, there's very little things, but still some things that are worse than being from the Whittle, which is so sound. I'm not. What a lovely accent you've got. That's a very split thing on YouTube, whether the Scouse accent is nice or not. I get a lot of people say, oh my God, I love your accent. And then I get a lot of people say that they can't stand it. And they're like, whoa, James, can you just calm it down a few levels? I don't want to calm it down a few levels. I love my life. I get to do YouTube. Why would I calm it down a few levels? That'd be absolutely ludicrous to get the pleasure to turn on a camera every single day and not be happy about that. And make money doing it. Like, why would I genuinely not be as energetic as I could be? I'm living like a child's life. It's boss. Hey James, hope you've had a great day. Oh, nice one, Becca. I hope you've all had a boss day as well. Before the game starts, I want to see if there's anything that I need to update you with. All the videos coming out on the channel. A big thank you to all the support as well. Unbelievable over the past couple of days. I think we've got over 2,000 subscribers since I've came back for the past nearly 2 weeks. That's insane. And on top of that as well, the views have been going up every video, and that's due to the fact that you guys are commenting, you're getting involved in the chat, you're doing loads of things that's actually contributing to getting the videos more out there, which means you're actually supporting me in a way that, you're just enjoying the videos. And I hope that you are enjoying the videos, mate, because I'm trying to be as consistent as I can. I love how active the chat is as well. Honestly, mate, you make my day. All the support that I see on the comments and stuff, it really, really does. So I love the way that you've been posting a lot recently. Every hour of YouTube, I'm seeing a lot of your content. And that's what I want to be doing. When I've got the buzz to be uploading, and you guys are showing that same level of, all right, James is uploading, I want to get involved as well, then I want to keep posting for you. When I see comments and stuff, we need to make a thing just to get loads of comments. So, after every stream or every video, even if you've got not an opinion to say your opinion if you've got one, but just put hashtag Redmond's Army, just so I know you're there, because sometimes it does reassure me genuinely to be like, you know what, James, you're doing all right at what you're currently doing, because people are tuning in and they're being interactive and they're trying to support you. And that's exactly what you've been doing since I've came back. But the game is about to kick off for me. I do think I'm about a minute and a half behind some people. So from the game, I am going to be trying to reserve looking at the chat. But anyway, the game will kick off in about, this is for the people who want to sink in about 3, 2, 1. Still not kicked off. Still fully not kicked off. Just made me look like a bad bell end. Even more than what I already do, but that went off. Today has been a lot more smoother. Do you think that the camera quality is a little bit more clear, chat? And it's not as blurry as usual? Let me know. Seeing James, you legend. You're a legend. Esther, Redmond's Army, love that. But yeah, after this stream, I'm going to be doing a match reaction on Cop TV as well, by the way. So make sure you subscribe to the Cop TV, because I'm always there now. So if you want to see them instant match reactions that are funny. And the reason why I'm always there, people are like, James, why are you on the Cop TV? Because I love Alex, I love the people, I love the community, and I get to do the fan cams. That's what I was made to do. But they've already got a chance. It's Osimhen. And he's just hit the post. Boys, are you trying to kill my face? Are you trying to end my life? Swerve. All this mediocre defending. You're so well better than this. He might have been offside, in all fairness. or one of them was. I don't think Osimhen was offside. I think his teammate was offside. And to be fair, that was not an easy finish. So it weren't disgraceful, but he could have scored so easily. So easily. And I said the one player, the one name that I'm fully aware that is going to be a problem in this game is Osimhen. Napoli controlling the ball early on since kickoff. They've done well. They've done really well. Big up for the love in the chat as well, guys. People calling me enthusiastic and stuff like that, calling me a legend, proper backing it up. Honestly, mate, thank you so much. You're fucking brilliant. The pitch looks so dry. Not to be that guy who's like, oh, the pitch is dry. But it does look dry. You're 100% right. It really does look dry. That is a fucking phenomenal point. Literally almost conceded already. Tell me about it. But this is the thing about Liverpool. Usually it takes teams a good while to be able to get that first proper chance. Now every team, even Everton, who didn't score against us, still scored first against us. Like on another day, another referee and another VAR team could give that goal for Everton so easily. So easily. Because it was really close. It was the same with the Van Dijk incident. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, that was a red card. Oh yeah, we're on the ball here. But still though, it was close. It was like one of those orange cards. It could have went either way, the Van Dijk decision. But the Connor Cody was the same thing. So, literally, I think in our last, 8 games, if you want to include that VAR offside goal, which you can't, but I'm going to, we've conceded first. And Napoli already look like they're up for it. I can't hear the atmosphere. Let me see if I can get a little bit of volume on this. If you can hear the telly prevalently, and it, overtakes the audio at times, and it's very, very bang on, then let me know, because it'll get copyrighted. And that'll be dead sad. Oh wow, someone said get pegged by James Milner. I shouldn't have read that out, but for some reason I just saw it and I was like, well, that is not a sentence that you are getting ready to read out every single day. Oh, Napoli are on the attack. Come on, Joe, rattle them. Oh, they've got a free shot. Oh, and it's nearly got in and it's just went wide of the post. Fuck off, Liverpool. Alisson, will you just give all these a spank? Because they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Look at all this space on the width. Where's Trent already? That's the first thing that you've got to talk about. He's onside as fuck, so the offside line hasn't worked, or the high line hasn't worked. Straight away, no one's marking whoever that player is. I think it's Zielinski. So he's got a free chance on goal. And then, we were lucky enough that, who was it? Was it Milner? That Milner had to block and save our asses. What's the score here? As he said, it's a pen. You're lying. Oh, it's VAR for a penalty. Referee, are you mad? It went off his knee. Oh, it fully went off his hands. It's fully a penalty. Oh, it's fully a penalty. Oh, James Milner. I thought you'd done something good there as well. Why is his hand there? Why is his hand like when he's like why is he doing this? Is he trying to do dance? What are you doing, Milner? Are you being deadly serious right now? Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm trying to swear less on streams, but this is ridiculous. Oh, this is an abomination. Oh, and it's Zielinski. Remember when we were linked with Zielinski in 2014 when he was 16 and supposed to be the next Iniesta? Oh, let's see if he's Iniesta now. No, go on, Zielinski. Let's see if you're Iniesta now. He's fully Iniesta. He is the Polish Iniesta, lad. Oh, fucking hell, Liverpool! Are you mad? What are you doing? Because already we're on the back foot of the game. And that's what I'm annoyed about. It's not even the fact that we conceded the penalty. Listen, handballs can happen. But the main thing is that we haven't started the game and took control. And Jurgen Klopp before the game was talking about playing that football and stuff. You can see that our confidence is all over the gaff. All over the gaff. And Napoli already are 1-0 up in a game where really, it's a game that we should be winning still. If you go on the basis of how good we was last season, we should be winning this game of football. No ifs, ands or buts. No ifs, ands or buts. We should be winning this game. Oh, we are, but we've got a little chance here. Go on, Luis. Go on, Luis Diaz. And again, Luis Diaz, it's the one thing that frustrates me about Luis Diaz. The end product, always. It's that end product, the final decision, whether to pass the ball or take a shot. Very rarely am I super impressed with Luis Diaz's end product the majority of the time. There's times where it can be amazing, but there's times where it's just not that good. And that was a prime example, but he did have a few players around him. It is 1-0 to Ajax, Napoli. We'll probably get battered by Ajax as well. Let me shut my window because the next door neighbours have came out. And they've got like this trampoline and they just proper go for it, mate. Turns out we've done nothing from the corner that we've just received as well. James, love you, mate, but every time you upload, we lose. That's actually not true. That's very, very far from the truth. I've uploaded during league title winning seasons, all right? So swear it. Because I know what you mean, though, because the most times that I've uploaded loads is... Well, no, because I've equally recorded... Like, I used to work at Redmond TV when we were dead boss and competing for league titles and Champions Leagues. So, I don't want this to become a thing of, when James Redmond uploads... When James Redmond uploads, we lose football games. It's not my fault. I'm here trying to sort it out, but no one listens to me. Oh, James, you're negative. I'm not trying to be negative, and I love these boys. I'm just comparing them to the standards they set themselves. And I know they're not going to be happy, and I want them to be happy. Them being happy makes me happy. Me being happy makes you happy. But it all stems from the football pitch, so the common goal is to make these players play better. And me sitting here and saying, oh yeah, we'll be fine, we'll end up being good, it's not going to be useful. Well done, Harvey. Poor touch there from Firmino, but he's made it work. Not necessarily the best decision. Barely any movement off the ball again, but we've got a decent chance. Great ball from Harvey. Bit too much though. But better. That was much better. I will not lie. Klopp doesn't hear something by using Milner. Klopp doesn't hear... Yeah, this is the one thing. Like, why is he playing Milner in a Champions League game of football when you've got Arthur and Thiago? Like, I can understand Thiago. Arthur is what I would have went with. I think we forget, like, Arthur still played for Juventus and Barcelona. And when he was at Juventus, he had really, really good passing stats. Now, I'm not going to say that's going to correlate into a different team in one game of the Champions League just because we're playing an Italian side. But it's definitely a factor. If he can spring balls and passes in the Serie A, then surely someone who's got that recent experience of this league, it would have made sense to play him against Napoli, a team who was in a similar position to where Juventus is. I thought it was a no-brainer to start Arthur, but you can see that it's not really a Jurgen Klopp player. It's just someone to accommodate the squad. Jurgen Klopp trusts James Milner significantly more. And again, like, that could be his downfall. Was that a foul from James Milner? Fucking hell. Like, I can appreciate a player getting stuck in, but now he's already on a yellow card, and it's because he can't keep up with the pace of the game. He might be able to go all day. He might be able to win bleep tests. He might be good behind the scenes. But starting football matches for Liverpool Football Club, I think this game has proved it. Like, even the... Like, look at his style of defending for the handball there. It's very old school. It's like, right, let me make myself as big as possible and hope to get away with it. It's like his natural instinct to make himself massive. You're not the goalkeeper. You've got, like, what's this turn? Like, maybe you're anticipating the ball to go somewhere else and maybe go behind you opposed to in front of you, but that's the same anticipation that's cost us a goal in this game from the most experienced player on the football pitch. So as much as you can't buy experience, you also can't take away the fact that it is detrimental when you can't keep up with the game physically. It's like getting George St. Pierre to go out and fight Kamara Usman. In their primes, you don't know what's going to happen. But now that George St. Pierre is 40 and Usman's comfortably in his prime still, it does make you think, well, Usman will probably bang him because he'd just sit on him and throw him about and the power would be too much and he'd probably knock him down. And here's Mo Salah. Oh, unlucky Mo Salah. Go on, Fabinho. Well done, Fabinho. Go on, son. And he's kept it in. Beautiful ball over, but it's not gone anyway, so it weren't that good. They weren't that good. The usual James Milner yellow. It's just, and again, I'm all right with Milner getting a yellow. I don't even have a problem with him getting a yellow. But you're getting it 10 minutes into a game. Like, Milner's funny, you know. He's just like, fuck it. I'm here for vibes. But Milner should not be starting games for Liverpool Football Club. It should be Arthur. Arthur is still too mellow to start for us up. Hilarious. Hilarious. Arthur, I don't get why people call him mellow, by the way. That's so strange that you call him... That's like an English person calling chips fries. Fries. Like, why are you calling it fries? It's chips. You know it's chips. It might be a different variation of a chip. It might be a skinny chip. It might be a chunky chip. But it might also be just a very casual chip. But the very same thing that stands between all of those things, the common denominator is that it's a chip. It's not a fry. The same way that Arthur is Arthur and he's not mellow. It might be both, but that's like calling Alisson Becker. Like, you don't call him Becker, you call him Alisson. Because that's his name. That's like calling Fabinho Tavares. If I said to you, oh yeah, Tavares is starting in CDM, you'd be like, James, what the fuck are you on about? And to be... Milner rattled that player. No, and on top of that, I did only really know his name from FIFA. The only reason why I have the belief that Arthur is any decent at football, it's why I never done a reaction video to him signing. One, because I weren't well, but two, because I didn't actually know much about him. I know he played us when we battered Barcelona 4-0 at Anfield. And I know he's played for good teams for a while. And on FIFA, he's been 84 rated for the best part of it. That is it. That is the cap of my knowledge when it comes to fucking, what's his face? Arthur. Arthur's one of them, man. Bofana, this is definitely Milner's last season playing for LFC. Colin says, man, I trust Windy Miller out of Trumpton. I don't even... Do you know what? I read some of these comments out sometimes and I think, well, what are you saying? You must be like that with me speaking all the time. Napoli have got a chance. Oh, I need to learn that player's name. Great ball into the box. Header. Not even on target and it went off Van Dijk. Oh, and then there's fucking Firmino losing the ball deep in the box. But Trent with a great interception here. Salah now. Liverpool are on the build-up. Got to release the ball quicker. The thing that we need to do more of is the 1-2 touch football. That was good from Firmino. That's what Firmino's good for. He'll try it. Here's Luis Diaz on the spin. Give him an option. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, now we're moving the ball quick. Brilliant. In behind. Oh, unlucky Robertson. Unlucky Robertson. No, brilliant, boys. That was well better. Counter-attack. Move the ball quick. That's a lot better. And if we do that more frequently, we will see their defence open up. That's for sure. City were doing that all the way around Sevilla yesterday. Pinging the ball around. It was sensational. And if we do that as well, it's going to be, what, as Rory would like to say, it's a delectable medley of football and greatness. It's a ref's red card says, it's getting to the point where I'm really not balling. It never landed on anyone, but it was a decent corner. I'm not really getting asked. We are losing now because of how disappointing this team has become since the Paris game. Yeah, it has been disappointing. I think it's been disappointing for longer. I think towards the dead end of last season, like when we beat Southampton, not only 2-1, we drew against Spurs. Like, there was a lot of results last season that we should have got, and we didn't. Sharky Meldrew says, James, the type of guy to say he's not an Everton fan. 2 seconds later, updates. That's very untrue. In fact, that's very offensive. I really feel like permanently banning you for saying that. And it's funny, you know, Sharky, because you have some funny comments. That's not funny. That's kind of, like, offensive. And also rather arrogant. And if any of the mods see a comment like that again, I give you full license to ban his ass. Because I'm not going to do it, because I'll feel bad, because I think it's a bit extreme. But I do think that is on the level of I don't know, like, oh no, they're through on goal again. Here's Osimhen. Fucking hell, he's a strong player. Van Dijk done really well in the end there, but Osimhen give him a run for his money. Oh, come on, Osimhen, you're not that injured. If you're rolling across the floor like that, you're not that injured, are you? Come on, son. Get off the ground. You're 1-0 up. Salty because you never took the pen, are you? Oh, why are we doing these long balls? Swerve the long balls. Just a reminder as well, chat, we're going to be live on the COP TV after this. If you can tune in, that would actually be amazing, because it's boring when there's no one active in the chat. What's a crisp? Isn't that just... I need to swear. I need to try and read meaningful comments. That's the objective from now on. Oh, were they trying to say it's a penalty? Well, never mind. I thought Van Dijk just done well there, but obviously from a different angle, it turns out that it's different. There's another penalty check for Napoli. I'm not going to get upset until it happens. I'm not even sad. I'm not even sad. I'm just here for vibes. Chat, is it a pen? Chat, is it a pen? James, are you and Ruby dating? You two suit well. Yeah, I'll have a guess, chat. Yes or no? Are me and Ruby dating? Oh, he has clipped his toe a little bit, but it's a. But the ball had already been let go when he'd. So when Van Dijk stamped on his toe, he'd already played the ball and it was clearly going to Alisson. So it hasn't impacted play, but it is contact, and that's why I wouldn't say it's a bad idea to say it's a foul. Oh, he's caught him half good there. Is it a pen? Chat, is it a pen? It's fully a pen. Oh, it's fully a penalty. Right, I'm not looking at the chat. Alisson, do me the wonders, baby. I still have faith in you, Alisson. Through all the shitness, through all the terribleness this season. Oh, I have faith. Oh, and it's Osimhen this time. I have full faith that Alisson's going to save it. And Virgil van Dijk, yet again, making a mistake towards a goal. Oh, Van Dijk, what are you doing? Yeah, fucking hell. Get Matip on the pitch. I love these players, mate, to do. It's just so disappointing and so sad to see them not playing to the standard that they should. But Alisson will do it here. Touch wood. Come on, Alisson. Come on, Alisson, lad. Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, he's trying to look like Robin with that little mask. He's trying to look like Robin. Come on, Alisson. Come on, Alisson. Come on, my son. He's doing the Jorginho. Yes, Alisson! Yes, Alisson! Come on, my son! Oh, you're my goalkeeper! My goalkeeper, lad! My goalkeeper! Yes! I love that man right there. The one man that's turned up. Him and Harvey Elliott. Give them the player of the season. Or the player of the month, sorry. Give them the player of the month. It's still only 1-0 to the Liverpool. I mean, to the Napoli. Liverpool, not Liverpool. We don't score first in games of football no more. Well done, Alisson. It weren't a great penalty, but listen, we'll make the most of it. He gets the right way, and that's probably 70% of the job of saving a penalty. Great ball out to Robertson, and we're on the attack again. Can we make the most out of the momentum that we've just built? Oh, and it's James Milner, who hasn't had a great game, but a lovely spring into Joe Gomez. Great pass into the midfield there. Harvey Elliott out wide. Now, where's Mo Salah? Mo Salah. Do you know what I mean about Mo Salah and his dribbling now? Like, his first touch is a lot more dodgy than usual. Because Mo Salah notoriously doesn't have a terrible touch. It's not like the most perfect touch. But this season, it's been really bad. And then when it comes to dribbling, it just doesn't... It's like his brain just gets confused. It's like, do you know, people with dyslexia? Or like people... Like, yeah, I've got dyslexia, but with numbers. I don't know what the term is, but I get confused with numbers. I'm terrible with maths. Salah's like that, but with the ball now, he doesn't know. It doesn't make sense. The perimeter doesn't make sense in his brain. Or that's what it seems. But again, we're in possession. Good ball from Robertson into the midfield. Let's play more 1-2 touch. Well done. Luis Diaz is a fighter. He's a fighter. How many times do you see Luis Diaz have to make one of them slide tackle passes? But anyway, he gave the ball away. Well, it weren't him. It was an interception. And wow, their midfielder done great there. I think it actually might have been their striker. Anyway, Napoli are on the attack now. Cutting inside, just took out James Milner and Robertson. It was a semi-decent cross that Alisson was comfortably able to deal with. Noah says, James, what would your reaction be if Liverpool decides to sack Klopp? Oh, if he decides to sack Klopp, that would just be stupid, to be honest. Like, I'd be calling out the fucking dickheads who'd be like laughing and saying, oh, Jurgen Klopp was shit. I'd just be like, well, that's not true. And on top of that, if anyone agrees with that decision, I'd actually invite them onto the channel and absolutely leather them. I would leather anyone who said that they were Klopp out. And I don't mean physically, I mean like verbally in a debate. I would absolutely fucking annihilate anybody who thought it was a good idea to let Jurgen Klopp leave this football club. That's why, like, I was dead confused about Chelsea, because I know I laughed, and rightly so, because it's funny. Like, all Chelsea fans were saying that fucking Tuchel was going to be above Jurgen Klopp. That's hilarious to me. Absolutely fucking hilarious. The fact that they were saying it off the back of one Champions League with another man's squad. If anything, it's actually less impressive in hindsight. Everyone was like, oh, and he done it with Frank Lampard's squad. Watch when he gets his own team. Well, he went shit with his own team. So it turns out that Frank Lampard actually might have been the fucking greatest Chelsea manager of all time in recent history. Frank Lampard over Tuchel, baby. Frank Lampard, I'm only messing. But he's not Klopp's level. I don't think they should have sacked him, but he's not Klopp's level. And that's the only reason why I laughed. What a free kick from Trent. That just travelled, and I weren't expecting him to shoot, to be fair. And it was quite far out. He done well, mate. Let me know if the audio is decent. And it's funny because I see absolute, cretins in the chat coming out here and saying Klopp out. Listen, mate, you don't actually believe it. You're doing it for the reaction, because you would not be able to come on this stream and give me any significant reasons to why you would want Klopp out. Not any reasons that would work. Big up to Danny Slater as well, by the way, bro. Big up to Solomon as well, a few of the mods. Great ball in. Luis Diaz couldn't quite make connection. Napoli with the counter, but great play by Harvey. Corner. Sound, mate. Take that all day. Karamir James, what about FSG out? I've been saying that for time, but ever since the Super League was when I really elevated it. Before the Super League, I was in two minds. What a ball! And again, I told you, I said it about Salah's first touch before. I said it about, that was a fucking pinpoint cross from Trent Alexander-Arnold. And chat, you've got to get to a point where you sit there and you think, at what moment is Mo Salah costing Liverpool football matches? Hear me out. I'm not trying to say he's the worst footballer ever, because he's not. But in this prevalent moment, in this current time, and over since January, when does it get to a point where we sit there and suggest to ourselves that Mohamed Salah is possibly costing us football games and costing us points? Do you see how outrageous this is? And people will be like, James, you're hating on Salah. I feel like anyone else in that starting 11, including Joe Gomez and Alisson, will touch that down and put it in the back of the net. Or at least get a touch. Like, he's letting it run under his foot. It's like he's less reactive. I don't know if he's tired. I don't know if he's shot of confidence. And I also don't know if it's a bit of both. But at the end of the day, we've got to accommodate for a player who just is not... He's not in rhythm right now. What a shot. But it was probably not the right idea when Harvey Elliott was literally on the width. Or was that Luis Diaz who was out wide? I think it was Harvey. He shouldn't have shot there. It was a foul as well. James is the type of guy to put salt and vinegar on curry. Salah needs a break. I agree. I don't even think... It's not even a sell Salah for me. It's not a sell Salah. It's not I want him to go. You're high if you want him to go. Salah's great, but just not now. James, the audio is insert Joe Hart meme. Oh, what does that mean? Does that mean it's bad or good? James Redmond, do you think the LFC scouting has been atrocious after the Diogo Jota signing? Atrocious. I think, or does that... do you know what I'd say, Mohammed? I don't know if it's been atrocious. You've got to question, since Michael Edwards has it been good or bad? I don't think we've seen long. In fact, no, I don't think it has, because we've still signed Luis Diaz. We've signed Fabio Carvalho. They look like good signings. It just looks like they've got a very limited budget to be able to work with. Now people are like, oh, but James, you spent this much on Nunez. But the volume of players weren't what we were expecting. That's the problem. And that was a handball from Luis Diaz. Again, not good enough. The players just don't seem reactive. And you can't blame the weather and you can't blame the pitch, because we've been doing this on fucking Anfield as well. Should try Jota, Nunez and Diaz front line just to give Salah a minute out. I'm very okay with that. I'm very okay with Jota, Nunez and Diaz. Actually, I'd be happy about that. Or Harvey. The only thing is, who do you play that right wing position, and would you trust Jota to play right wing? Because I don't know if Jota could play right wing, Chat, I think that's not his position. Chat, if Salah weren't playing and you needed to give him a rest, who are you putting right wing? Who's that guy? Who's that guy? The whole team needs a break. Would you have a mustache? I would if I could grow one. Ball in. Oh, Firmino. Unlucky, son. Unlucky. Very stalemate from Liverpool at the moment. Just proper boring. Really, really boring football. Just direct, not being tenacious enough, and not making the most out of their chances. This is what the worst thing about Liverpool at the moment is, and I don't like it. I proper don't like it. Someone said Trent at right wing, get Harvey right wing. I'd say get Harvey right wing. I think he brings a lot of creativity to the team, Harvey. And I think when you're trying to make Nunez, cleared away. I think when you're trying to make Nunez the target man, then you need those creative outlets around him. So your Trent Alexander-Arnold, your Robertsons, your Harvey Elliott, your Luis Diaz's, your Fabio Carvalho's, and then Nunez can be your main source for goals. And then over time, you can try and get Fabio more goals, Harvey more goals, Luis Diaz more goals. But Nunez is the Salah type player who's going to get the volume. So if you give him 5 chances, hopefully he's going to score at least 1 or 2 of those. And what the fuck, Joe Gomez? Great defending, Virg. Come on, Virgil. That's more like it, my son. That is more like it from you. I think Joe Gomez got absolutely annihilated there. But Virgil van Dijk, that is my centre-back. My centre-back all the way. Brilliant defending. Not a great finish by any means. Not great defending, but Joe Gomez needs to do better, first of all. And then Van Dijk doing the track and back that he needs to do. And that's the thing with Van Dijk. If he interferes and doesn't just sit off, and he gets a little bit closer to the ball, he can be a presence. He can make himself look big. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people play Harvey Elliott on the right if Salah was dropped. And I'd agree. I would agree with that notion 100%. The corner went nowhere for Napoli there, by the way. I think it's essential that you get rid of Salah in this team. I was having a debate with Toby on the Big Six. Let me know if you watch the Big Six in the chat, right? But I do really think that, like, Toby was trying to say to me, well, we're not going to, we need to drop Son because he hasn't played well for 3 or 4 or 5 games. And I said, well, why are you going to drop what was last season your main income for goals, your main source of getting the ball in the back of the net, and you're going to drop him after 3 or 4 games when you need to win the next game because the urgency is all the more higher. It's been 4 or 5 games. He can easily find his way back into form. Salah's point and case is very different. He has been very average, if not worse, all the way since January. And that, I don't know why that is. It could be a multitude of things. And I don't want Salah to keep doing this because it's going to ruin his reputation. It's going to ruin his confidence. And overall, that will have a detriment on him as a player. So I think we need to treat this right. Still get the best out of Mo Salah. Just not in this current moment. Let him fight for his place back in the team. Because it's not like we've just got a case study of a short period of time where he's not playing in the team. He's been playing terrible. Really poor. And he's being told to play this Sadio Mane creative role that just doesn't work for him. It is very impossible to get someone like Salah, who, whether you like him or you don't, he's just not as well-rounded as Mane. He can get more volume than Mane because in the system, it was catered towards more Salah getting those chances, and Salah was so good at finding those chances, but he is not the man who is going to be creating the energy or creating that intensity that Mane will create on a pitch. The creativity, he's not as technical as what Mane was, but he's a good finisher, and he's someone who can get the ball in the back of the net, and we're not playing to those strengths, but here he is! And he's hit it right at the goalkeeper. Like, that instinctive finish is not there, and he'll still get me excited like that, where I'll go, here he is, because he's Mo Salah, and you know he can get the ball in the back of the net for certain. But in this moment of time, he's not doing enough, chat, and I'd love to see someone like Harvey Elliott, who, granted in midfield, but he has been the best player outfield in this team this season. And if it's not him, he's top 2. He has been sensational, and I am very okay with seeing. I like when he cuts insides off his left foot. I think he's a threat for a shot. I think he's good at taking men on. Joe Gomez has just been done again. It's the thing about Joe Gomez. He can have a very good game and then he can have a very off game. That is the common theme. The very common theme. And here's the ball, and here's a goal, and it's 2-0 to Napoli, and they're in the lead, and we've been dead shit, and he was wide open, and we never fucking got in on him. We never marked the man. We relied on the offside trap. We never fucking succeeded at the offside trap. And now we're 2-0 down in a game of football against Napoli Football Club, which is sad because they're a good football team, but we should be better. And that's not good enough. That is not good enough. Are you mad, Liverpool? You need to sort this shit out because, you know, all of yous who were there complaining to each other, do you know what that screams to me? That screams to me players that are getting fuming at other people when they're the ones doing mistakes as well. Joe Gomez, not good enough. And this is why I said I would have started Joel Matip. If he was on the bench for the Everton game, it really would have made sense to maybe give him a shot in this game. Someone who's going to be able to play the ball out from the back, but is also considerably and significantly more composed than what someone like Joe Gomez is. And I like Joe Gomez, but not as Liverpool's regular starting centre-back. I get we've had injuries and you needed to play him and stuff, but now that you've got Matip, who is, in my opinion, being the best centre-back for arguably the past 12 months at this football club, you should be playing him. I know he's not the long-term solution, but he's the right-now solution. He's the man who is not... There is not many people who are better than Joel Matip. And I'll say that straight out. In the league, in my opinion, he's top 5, top 6 centre-backs. But in our team, he is so, so important. And we're lucky that Napoli were offside there. It's definitely not 1-1 at all. It's definitely not 1-1 at all. It is fully 2-0. But this is what I'm talking about, chat. Let me know, who would you rather start, chat? Joe Gomez or Joel Matip? Especially when you consider who the better footballer is and who's been... Yeah, am I right in saying W or L in me saying that Matip has been the best centre-back at the club over the past 12 months? Am I right or am I right? Because I really do believe I'm right. And not in an arrogant way, chat. I'm going based off what I've been seeing. And I don't understand any other logic to suggest otherwise. Like Joe Gomez, ever since that Aston Villa game when we lost 7-2, I think he has been probably the most... I think Nat Phillips has been more consistent than Joe Gomez. When Joe Gomez plays well, he plays really well. Oh, what a chance from Virg. Oh, that was complicated for the goalkeeper as well, so that could have actually went in the back of the net. We've done better offensively at finding some more chances. We're just still not getting them enough. Set pieces were still looking strong this season, but when you rely on set pieces and long balls to win you football matches, that is a big sign of a team who's competing in the top half of the table, but not for league titles or any insignificance. And that's what's pissing me off. If I change the scoreline, people are telling me to change it. Yeah, I've changed it. W. The chat agrees. The chat, Redmond, I'm glad I'm not speaking nonsense, because I think sometimes when I'm just listening to myself, I could be. But I genuinely believe from the bottom of my heart we benefit much more with Matip in this side. Otherwise, we're just average. We're average. And Matip is only 30. And he's had a good injury record for the past year. He had an injury recently, but he's had a good injury record for the past year. So as long as Joe Matip is fit, and he's never relied on pace anyway, he's always been slow, let him play, because he's got the IQ, he's got the ability on the ball that Joe Gomez just simply doesn't have. I'd rather start Maguire. Like, honestly, yeah. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, Joe Gomez, I do think he's a better centre-back than Maguire, but I think there's things that Maguire has that is better than Gomez. I really do. And it's such a shame because Gomez did have such potential growing up. And he still can somewhat reach it. Oh! Harvey! Oh, Harvey, unlucky, son. Unlucky. You should say he should score that, but let me see that again. Milner looked onside. Really good scoop. It came at him very quick. It came at the top of his knee. It came at him with pace. It's not one that he should have scored. If it came at him with a little bit more, if he was prepared for it, maybe then he can get a little bit more of a twick where he can touch it down and put it in the left corner, but there weren't much he could have done with that. Come on, Liverpool. Come on. We played shit. We've been terrible. And this season, we have been considerably not very good at football. But we keep moving. Barcelona 2-0. Woo! Barcelona and Bayern Munich. Lewandowski playing against Bayern Munich. And Barcelona are 2-0 up. You're lying. You're lying, chat. You're lying. Lewandowski never scored, though. Lewandowski. Oh, they're not even playing Bayern Munich. Someone was just telling. I thought they were playing Bayern Munich. Someone said in the chat, oh, that's the next game. I was going to be like, whoa. Whoa. James, what's your prediction? I'm going to say 3-2 to Napoli because this has been an abomination. This has been absolutely disgraceful so far. No effort, no fight, no passion, as the Italians would say. No fight, no passion. Do you know what as well? Do you want me to tell you something that's really disappointing? These performances just scream mid-table vibes. And I'm not talking like 8th and 9th place, like where Brighton usually finish. I'm talking like 14th. Like teams who need to piss off the opposition by fouling them constantly, not being able to move the ball properly, relying on set pieces. And set pieces is very much a part of football. But if that's your main threat of attack, you're probably not that good of a football team. You're probably not. And that is the only time I think Liverpool could create something from here is through set pieces. Otherwise, we look fucking useless. Chat, is that a W or L? Do you think that we could do a lot more from anything else other than set pieces? Because that's the only time I think we're going to score. Yeah, chat, who do you think's been the worst player in this game? And I think it's been a collective effort. But if I have to say someone, for me, it's been Salah or Milner. Or Gomez. Or Gomez. A lot of people are saying that's an L. It's mainly one person, Alex, saying that's an L. Mods, if you do see anyone spamming like the way that Alex is, then make sure that you do ban them in the chat. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Gomez, Defo Gomez, Salah Gomez. Do you want me to tell you why I'm going to say Salah? Goals is very much something that changed the direction of football games. And Mo Salah, you can see that Klopp has put him in a more inverted position. He's playing a lot more in that inverted right wing place. And this is why I don't believe it's just the system of Salah playing too far out wide. Because he's played a lot more narrow today. And he's received chances on goal. And he's been like that ball that Trent put into him before. And he couldn't even touch it properly. Those are prime examples that suggest to me that it's confidence over any system, any additional problems, tire fatigue. What it says to me is up here. And that is why I think that Mohamed Salah is actually costing us more games, because that ball that Trent puts into Salah before, if that's Salah 2 years ago, he's slotting that in the back of the net like there's no tomorrow. He's saying left, right, good night with that shit. He was unbelievable at just being able to be so ruthless in those one-on-one chances. But now you're seeing it get to him so much more, and that's why I'm concerned about Mo Salah. And it's why I probably wouldn't start him going forward, or just in the near future. We got Arthur on loan and don't even use him. I agree with this. Guy. I don't know how you get a player of the calibre of Arthur, who's played for Barca, played for Juventus, shown that he can pass the ball well, and still prefer to choose a 37-year-old James Milner just because you trust them. Like, fucking hell, I trust my nan. I'd trust my nan to make sure that if she went to the shop and she got me some crisps, and I told her to get me some prawn cocktail walkers, I'm sure she would get me the prawn cocktail walkers and not the cheese and onion walkers. I trust her to make the decision to fulfill the promise of getting me my fucking prawn cocktail walkers, because they're considerably better than cheese and onion walkers. But she's me nan, so I can trust her to do that. But I couldn't trust me nan to win a bodybuilding competition. I couldn't trust me nan to help me move me telly if I was moving out. I couldn't trust me nan to fucking start filming these live streams for me. I couldn't trust me nan to run a marathon. That means that if she didn't run the marathon, then it'd fucking end me life. But I can't trust me nan to go to the shops. The same way I can trust James Milner to be a leader in the back room. But what I can't trust James Milner to do is start football matches just because he could do it a couple of seasons ago. W or L? Is that a W or L? I think that's a W. And I love James Milner. I feel like whenever I say something about not wanting to see a player play regularly, I get hate for it. And I fully get that. But I trust my nan to get me the right crisps from the shop if she goes to shop. Right? I do not trust my nan to help me move a television. That will literally break her back. I don't trust James Milner to be starting regular football matches. We're pony, you know. Our pony's generous. Anyone who says that Liverpool are just pony is very generous. Chat. Name a list of teams who are better than us right now. Oh my God, Fitch! Oh, Fitch! No reactions. Oh, but the weather was dead warm. Oh, but the pitch is shit. Yeah, put a list of teams in the chat, guys, on who is better football teams than we are. Wolves are a better football team than we are. I'd probably say that's a W. Everton, I still don't think that's a W, but they're not far off, which in itself is a W. The fact that Everton can say we're not far off Liverpool is a W in itself. Oh, and here's Luis Diaz. Come on. He sometimes does have good end products, so I trust him here. And now he got done in because he's tried to do too much and he's not looked for options around him. And that's the one thing that I really don't like about Luis Diaz. Manchester City, no-brainer. Chesterfield, I agree. Macclesfield definitely got a better win percentage than Liverpool. West Ham, yeah. They beat us in the league right now, for sure. For sure. Tranmere, under 13s. I think we get a draw against them. I think we... Come on, let's not be too far. I think that could be a close 1-1 encounter. Oh, yeah, there's Robertson. Back post. Virgil! You had Virgil and Fabinho, and none of them got their eggheads on that ball. Have you seen the size of their heads? And none of them got it on the ball. Oh, mate. Liverpool. You're killing me. Oh, come on, Robertson. Please, Robertson. Oh, Robertson, that was so shit. Oh, the ball was terrible. Oh, it was the worst thing I've ever seen. Oh, and Trent, you're getting desperate. And this does not scream to me experienced players who have won the Champions League and the Premier League chat. It does not do it. By the way, smash the likes up. There's nearly 300 people in the chat. Make sure that you're doing it. But what I cannot appreciate is that I am seeing Premier League winners on this pitch, Champions League winners on this pitch, players who have won the biggest of stages, and they can't even come out and make the right decision. You're forcing passes, you're playing too quick. And do you know what as well? You're not putting the same effort in. Chat, does anyone know who's ran more in this game, Napoli or Liverpool? Does anyone know? People are saying Rochdale's better than Liverpool. It's so true. Sligo Rovers. Napoli, Barca, Bayern, Sporting, Ajax. Yeah, definitely. Jackie says, how is it Klopp's fault when he has absolutely no one to choose from? The thing is, he does have players to choose from, and he's still persistent to start. And like, they might not be the best options where they compete us, for league titles and stuff, but they can put in better performances than this, and it's 3-0. It's 3-0 against Napoli. It's actually 3-0 against Napoli. Are you mad? Oh, and he's... Oh, my God. Are you actually crazy? A kid who's just scored on his Champions League debut. We are gifting out debut goals for banter. Liverpool Football Club, the mighty Liverpool Football Club, who, by the way, got to a League Cup final, FA Cup final, Champions League final, and on top of that, a Premier League title race that went all the way to the last day and we didn't win because Aston Villa couldn't keep hold of a lead. And here you are seeing a number 99 from Napoli absolutely skilling the fuck out of our players, going into the box, actually putting... Look at that defending! Trent! Was that Trent or was that Gomez again? Oh, it was Gomez again. He's actually had these players on that side have gave Joe Gomez the nightmare of his life. Bring on Joel Matip and do it now, because this is a disgrace. Oh my goodness, a disgrace. Oh, this is embarrassing. Oh, this is very embarrassing. Everyone as well. Oh, defensively, we've been shambolic. Attacking-wise, we've been pathetic. In the midfield, we're getting overrun every single time. Napoli want it more than us. They want to actually go... If you look at these two teams, if you talk to a football fan and say, these two teams, right, let me change the score. Oh, for fuck's sake. I was not ready. When I came back to YouTube this season, I was not ready for this bullshit. Oh, I was not ready for this bullshit. If you told a stupid fucking football fan, a casual who knew no fucking better, probably thought Napoli was Everton or something like that, and didn't know anything about these two teams. Oh, and you asked them the question, who's better, the team wearing blue or the team wearing red? Who was the team that went into all the competitions and took it all the way and was the most successful team over the past 5 years? Who would you say? I'll tell you who you fucking say. You'd say the team in blue, because they've been showing everything that the basics suggest win you football matches. Fight, power, passion, but also basic passion abilities. Actually being able to defend to a standard sound level, which we have not been able to do. And may I reiterate, we have got Premier League winners, Champions League winners, £40 million players, £60 million players, £80 million players. I get we do not have the resources that other football clubs do have, but the one thing that cannot be disputed in any realm, shadow or normal, is the fact that we have a squad capable enough to beat Napoli. We have a squad capable enough to beat fucking Everton. We have squads capable enough to beat these shithead teams like fucking United and whoever else. Because we've proven we can do it before. The agency isn't there, the setup isn't there, and on top of that as well, the finishing isn't there. If Mo Salah scores that chance earlier, the game tide switches straight away. Napoli don't have as much agency, and on top of that as well, we can actually create a little bit of momentum for ourselves. But because we're not getting the ball in the back of the net, we're forcing passes, which is making us lose the ball more frequently, and we're seeing a lot more individual mistakes from the likes of Joe Gomez, who I've always talked about his inconsistency. I absolutely love the kid to pieces, and I really hope that his Liverpool career goes well, and I hope he fulfills his potential. But right now, in this moment, if you think that Joe Gomez is in any way, shape or form a better centre-back than Joel Matip, you are high on crack cocaine. And it's half-time. And it's half-time. This is a fucking disgrace. An absolute disgrace. Embarrassing. Embarrassing to so many levels and degrees. This has been the worst. Maybe it was the Aston Villa game, but this has been one of the worst watch-alongs that I've ever done. Performance-wise, it's been a big shame. A proper shame. Everyone's coming in with the Tuchel in. Chat, who's better, Thomas Tuchel or Jurgen Klopp? Come on, use your common sense. Based on today's performance, absolutely not good enough. Not good enough. And the one thing that I will blame the manager for is for persisting with the same players like Mohamed Salah, who clearly are costing us more than they're gaining us. And I think Mo Salah would benefit a lot more off the bench at the moment. Don't think he should be starting football matches, just in the short term. I'm not saying that should be a forever thing. Joe Gomez is not good enough. I've been talking about his inconsistencies, chat. I've been trying. I really have been trying. Claudia says that's embarrassing. I feel like that's a really good way to sum that up. I do. I think embarrassing is the right word. Shimmercast over Robertson. Chat, let me know. Do you think it's W or L to be starting Shimmercast over Robertson going forward? Do you think that it's not a bad idea to maybe re-galvanise this whole entire squad? By the way, make sure that you're smashing the likes on your way in, people. Leave a subscribe if you like the content. If you don't, then there's no point in subscribing. But let me know. Things like Shimmercast over Robertson, getting Harvey Elliott to right wing and giving a salary arrest in the short term, getting Thiago and Arthur implemented back into the midfield. These are the changes that we need to see, because everything else that we're seeing is confident shot. And when you see players like Thiago come in with quality, Shimmercast, who hasn't put a foot wrong this season, Harvey Elliott, who, given the license to be a bit more creative, could do some really special things. But we need to give them the chances. We have to. Because if this keeps continuing, we're going to have Man United fans coming into the chat and saying, oh, Eric Ten Hag, every era comes to an end. Fuck off. Thomas Tuchel W, I'm seeing in the chat. Chelsea fans have had their manager sacked today, and they still have the right to chat to me. This is not how I entered YouTube. This is not how I entered YouTube. This is terrible. A terrible game of football. Jay says, we're done this season now if we keep doing the same tiffling strategy. Honestly, chat, I want to know right now from neutrals and from Liverpool fans, where do you think, if you had to make a prediction, all the money in your bank account between now and the end of the season, where do Liverpool finish in the league? Give me where they get to in the Champions League and where they finish in the league. If I had to say, I'll go first. I would say we're going to finish 4th because I think we'll get better. But that's only me being optimistic, by the way. I'm going to say 4th. And that's me being very optimistic. Ask me again in 2 weeks and you might get a different answer. And I'll say the round of 16. 4th in the round of 16. A lot of people are saying 7th. Someone said 5th. Someone said 6th. Someone said 20th. We're giving Norwich a run for the money. Laughing at Tuchel going, Jurgen's next. That's the difference. We're not the same club as you. We don't sack managers who have done a lot for our football clubs because we actually have normal brain cells. So Jurgen Klopp won't be going regarding of this performance at all. And I would be happy to not only have a bet, but also a debate on why it would make a lot less sense to be sacking Jurgen Klopp right now than what it would do for Chelsea. But you won't do that, though, because you don't have the facilities to compete in a debate with yours truly. You would get absolutely annihilated if we were doing a Thomas Tuchel versus Jurgen Klopp debate. And why have it made sense to sack Thomas Tuchel opposed to Jurgen Klopp? We are not the same, brother. We are going through a bad patch and we are terrible at football. And I am for certain rattled. But I still know I could obliterate you in any Jurgen Klopp Thomas Tuchel debate for sure. And get your favourite YouTubers. If you want them on the channel, let me know. And if any of them hold that opinion, I'll give them the same smoke. And I'll do it against anyone, mate. There's no one in this YouTube game who I would not have a debate with. And I think I'd be successful the majority of the time. I really do believe that. But Jurgen Klopp won't be getting sacked. Would you sack Klopp if the performances continue? No, I wouldn't, because I don't think it's him that's causing these poor performances. I think he's got a part to play, but I do also think the players are just like Salah not touching the ball down and putting it in the back of the net when Trent passes him the ball. That goal going in creates a whole different shift in momentum. Sometimes it's not just the manager. You have got to look at the players. When he left Dortmund. He didn't get sacked by Dortmund. These are the things that you've got to notice because he benefits football clubs. We're very lucky to have someone like Jurgen Klopp at the helm, and people who say Jurgen Klopp out are honestly so short-minded and have been so caught up into the recent history of believing that you have to have a manager for 3 to 4 to 5 years. And then once that's done, then you've got to sack them. Or after one bad season, you've got to sack them. It's why, even though I laughed, and rightly so, it's funny. It's fucking hilarious that Tuchel got sacked. Just because of the Chelsea fans' reaction, the fact that you've lost a good manager. And again, I hated playing Chelsea, so I'm happy he's gone. But he shouldn't have been sacked. But you sacked him because that was the thing. That's the way that Chelsea moved. They don't give a fuck about people who do significant things for their football club. That's the fact of the matter. And that is a huge fact as well. But Jurgen Klopp is nowhere near to that point. The owners know how much Liverpool fans love Klopp. They aren't just going to get rid of him after everything he's done for our club. Lewis, you're bang on. Uzaza says Klopp messing up the lineup. Gomez and Milner need to get out. We need a new right winger if Salah gets dropped. I agree 100%. If Salah gets dropped, we need a new right winger. But who's that going to be? And we're not even linked with a forward right now. Chat, I want to ask again. I asked it earlier, but if you had to start someone in this team from right wing, would you start Harvey Elliott, or would you start would you try Jota there? Would you give Diaz a go on the other side of the pitch? What would you do? Would you leave Harvey in midfield where he's been doing well, or would you give him a chance to be more creative from the right-hand side? I just can't believe there's another half of football to go here. This is an absolute abomination. Someone said Lallana. Lallana would be very good in this football team right now, wouldn't he? Jota, Elliott. I'd go with Elliott. Nunez could be a shout, but not for the right wing. I think if I don't even want to see Nunez on the wing, that's a sight that I do not think I'd like to see. But if I wanted to see him on any side, it'd be the left side, because the only foot I think he can do anything off when he's coming in off the inside is his left foot. Everything else, more than useless. And Nunez will be good, just not off his left foot. Diaz is so far for LFC not good enough. Chat, what's your opinions on Luis Diaz? Because I think when he came in January, a lot more people put him on the pedestal of where he could get to the Mane levels, Salah levels. Do you think he can still get to those levels? And the more specific question is, will he get to those levels? Because I think it's very difficult to want Luis Diaz to become as good as Mane and Salah ever was. Because they were just too good. They broke records. Like how long it took both of them to get 100 goals in comparison to the greatest players to ever grace the Premier League was absolutely stupid, by the way. Was absolutely ridiculous. Diaz is the GOAT, says not. Jay says Diaz is amazing, not says Diaz is great. He's amazing, maybe. Yeah, he's amazing. So a lot of people still have the belief that Luis Diaz has got massive potential to achieve great things at Liverpool, which I respect. But I don't think he'll become as good as Mane, though. And that's not a bad thing. Fucking hell, Diaz can be 10% worse than Mane and still be a world-class player. That's the one thing I want to clarify, but I don't think he's going to get the volume of open play goals. I don't think he's going to get the volume of open play assists. Well, that's actually, Mane didn't really get loads of assists, but I think Diaz has got a bit more creativity about his game. I don't think he's got the ruthlessness or the decision-making that Mane had. And Mane weren't elite at decision-making, but he does seem better than Luis Diaz, and he's got better end products. So it's the one side of Luis Diaz's game that I do question. I appreciate that he wants to try his own stuff, but it can be a huge detriment to the team at times, for sure. Let me see if Alex wants to join the watch-along as well, by the way. I feel like a couple of fans right now would be good.
Okay.
Going on, Alex, lad, do you want to jump into this watch-along?
I just need to get my laptop for that. I might jump in halfway through if that's alright.
Go for it, lads. Go for it. But what, lads? I don't even want to talk about it if I see it in the stream, then, boss. But I'll speak to you after the stream where we do the show.
Good, yeah.
Go on, lads. See you in a bit. So many gaps in midfield. This is what people forget as well, by the way. When you're in games of football, you need to make sure that your midfield is the main priority. Because if your midfield is not intact, you're not going to be winning football matches whatsoever. And we have a very open midfield right now. It's a nightmare. Yes, but we see this all the time with the attackers came in and hit the ground running, then a few months they struggle. Like, look at Jota, he came in and was pushing for the front three and now he isn't on it. Yeah, you do see these very short-term bounces from new attackers, but the good thing about that is they've proven that they can do well in this system. But how do we maintain those performances and how do we keep them performances up from themselves? That's the real question, chat. And it's the one thing I'm really struggling with right now. Mane was overrated, some people say. I think that's really stupid. I really do believe. I'd love to get someone on this stream who thinks that Mane is overrated, but actually has an argument to bring to the table. Because anyone who thinks Mane was overrated is stupid. Because he has way more good seasons than bad seasons. And I think he probably was the most important attacker in our team. I think so. And it's ironic the second he goes, our goals go away. Just saying. Because Salah was playing bad last season. He's playing bad this season. So it's not just Salah playing bad. But when Mane, and the good thing about Mane and the thing that people don't appreciate about Mane, right, get on this, is the fact that Mane could play in all positions. He could play right wing, he could play left wing, and he played striker. And he had successful spells in all three of those positions at Liverpool Football Club. And he does not get the homage. People still call him overrated and people still say these things, and it's ridiculous because he was sensational. We need 2 centre-backs, 2 midfielders and 2 forwards. I think we need probably 1 more forward, 2 midfielders, and another centre-back, maybe. I think the centre-back's the least of the priorities, though. I think we're most comfortable at centre-back. I'd focus on the attack and the midfield. Jota in the 9 over Firmino and Nunez. Chat, here's a question. If you had to go forward starting games, because honestly, this is the one thing I've noticed about a lot of fans, and I hope you guys aren't the same. If I was the manager, I'd be starting Bobby Firmino regularly. But it seems that when Bobby has a bad game like he did against Fulham, fans are like, oh, get Nunez in the team. But when Nunez has a bad game against Everton, then people are like, get Bobby back in the team. So here's a question, and fall on this answer with your sword. Who are you going with out of Firmino and Nunez? Out of those two players, who's going to benefit Liverpool more in the short term? Firmino or Nunez? Because the way I see it is Firmino is an all-round better player. He can dribble way better. The only thing he's not as good at is scoring goals. But then I will concede the argument, goals is what we need right now. So I don't hate the idea of starting Nunez. I just really prefer Firmino. But I still wouldn't be starting Salah, which means what do you do then? I'm only saying that keeping in mind Klopp's going to keep starting Salah. A lot of people are saying Bobby. See, it's very mixed. A lot of people are saying Nunez, some saying Bobby. But I think if this is going into the Everton game, people will say Bobby. And I think because now we're losing 3-0 and Bobby hasn't scored or really influenced the game much, people are going to say Nunez because they see that we're 3-0 down. They're thinking, who's most likely to get 3 goals? Ding, ding, Nunez. But yeah, the majority of the chat seem like that they're saying Nunez over Firmino, to be fair. In the long term, I'd say Nunez. He is the long-term solution at the football club. He's the man who they're banking on getting them 45 goals a season, 25 to 30 goals a season, and doing all these things. It looks like Joel Matip's coming on the pitch. My fucking centre-back. My centre-back. Joel, even if we lose, if you just don't concede a goal in this half, I will be telling everyone I told them so. That Joel Matip is a considerably better centre-back than Joe Gomez. Get Big Nat Phillips on the pitch. I'd rather it than Joe Gomez. Today, when Joe Gomez is having a day like this, you very rarely see Joe Gomez get out of that day. Joe Gomez is perfect for someone that you need to accommodate a position. He's the hole in the wall that you can cover until you get it properly sorted. He's not the person that... It's like putting a plaster on an open wound. It'll sort it out for a little bit, but he's not the long-term solution at all. Like, we're going to wait for Kanate to come back. And once he does come back, we'll be seeing a lot less game time from Joe Gomez. But I do also think we're seeing the end of Joel Matip because Jurgen Klopp, when he's fit, doesn't seem to give him the chances and provide him the chances that I think a player of Matip's calibre should be getting. I think he should be one of the first names on the team sheet, but that's just me. Especially if you're going off the last 12 months. I need to make sure that I'm ready with the score. Bobby off. So Bobby's came off the pitch. Who for? As Nunez came on. Chat, who's he brought Bobby off? What's the changes? Someone let me know what the changes are. And we're about to go. Guys, make sure you're smashing those likes as well. Big up the Redmond's army. We've got nearly 500 people in here. We had over 600 people before. I know it's because we're losing, but listen, the energy has been unreal in the chat, which is the main thing I look for, mate. If all of you came in and said, oh, James, I hate you, then I probably wouldn't do this. But, mate, you proper keep me going. Oh, shit. Pause. Come on, boys. Come on. Bam. Brilliant. Right, we're underway for the second half, chat. Let me know the score predictions and stuff like that. So, Jota and Nunez. Is it Jota and Nunez? Oh, Bobby's still on. Someone said that he went off the pitch. Only 170 likes needed for 500 likes. Oh, we can get that now. Oh, I dare you to get it now. Imagine if Liverpool come back. That would be scenes. That would be I would love to see us come back and get a draw. Because I'm at that stage now where that's my excitement. Can we come back in this game? My excitement isn't can we win this game and then can we win the next 5 games? My excitement is can we win these games right here and right now? And if we can do that, I'll be happy because me expecting things like winning the league title is just delusion. Delusion on a whole nother level. And we've got a corner. Joel Matip already getting a chance in there, son. Unlucky Joel. And I also think he's more of an aerial threat to get goals than what Joe Gomez is. That was something that I never mentioned before when I was on me little thing, you know what I mean? Joel Matip is considerably better at getting those goals. For sure, mate. But the one thing that we need to avoid is these counter-attacks and stuff like that, and Matip's better than that. It's 4-0. Chat. It's actually 4-0. You have got to be taking the piss. Oh, did you see that Lucas Paqueta looking ass motherfucker? And he's there like this. Oh, Liverpool. Oh, Liverpool. Oh, you're ruining my night. Oh, I do not want to talk. Oh, I do not want to talk. This is an abomination. Oh, did you see that egghead looking kid in the crowd there doing that? Oh, I don't want to talk. I don't want to do this no more. Oh, this is terrible. Joe Matip didn't do great. Alisson done what he needed to do. And the defenders weren't alert, and you let them through, and straight away they've scored, and we're playing the worst season of football that we've ever played in our lives, and the top four's done. We're not even going to qualify for the Champions League group stages, because it's going to be Napoli and fucking Ajax, because we can't string two passes together, and we also can't mark a fucking footballer. These aren't John Cena. It's not like you can't see them. You can very much fucking see them. The blue balloon wearing knobheads, the fucking divvies. These are sound footballers, and Napoli are a good football team, but they're definitely not good enough to be beating us 4-0. And you're making Zielinski looks like the Polish fucking Iniesta, which in itself is humiliating, embarrassing, and quite frankly, just a big shame. A big shame on all of your faces, because you set the standards, and I love these players, I do, and I want them to do well. But I'm this fuming because I know they'll be fuming. They'll be even more fuming than me. I know it. But it's about making sure that you're doing the things that is necessary to go ahead and actually improve football matches. I want to see agency, I want to see efficiency, and I want to see us string the ball and be able to pass the ball a bit better. This is better. Luis Diaz on the attack. He cuts inside. He takes a shot! And he scores! Come on, get the ball, 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 get the ball. Comeback's on. The comeback's on. More agency. Oh, come on, Luis Diaz. My fucking player. Or was it Robertson? Now it was Luis Diaz on the cutting side, ball into the box. And the thing I'll say about Luis Diaz, he has not had a perfect performance, but he is our strongest goal threat in these dire times. By far the strongest goal threat. What a finish as well, by the way. Got it away from the goalkeeper. Nice bounce before it goes into the net. Great connection with the ball. And took his time. But I think that goal had a big part to play with Napoli sitting off just that little bit more. We're 4-0 up. We are. I need to lower the camera down. I've knocked it. We need to actually reserve our energy for the next league game. We've won this game now. It's 49 minutes gone, and we're in the same position that we was after the first half. That is not that bad. When it went to 4-0, it was terrible. Now that it's 4-1, we're in the same place that we was before. Can we prove something quite spectacular? I don't think it'll happen. But I also won't write off these players to do so. Can we create another Champions League fucking glorious night on what looks like the driest pitch in the Champions League? Come on, Liverpool. No, come on, guys. Let's get excited about that. If I see any Reds in the chat right now, I want us to be bigging up our players and supporting them from the bums in their seats. Come on, boys. 1-2 touch football. Find the spaces. Here we are now on the build-up as well. Take your time with it. You've got plenty of time. All it takes is one goal in the next 10 minutes, and then you've got half an hour to get 2 goals. It's really not impossible. Come on, Liverpool. Come on, Reds. You've already played shit. You've played terrible. And I'm still not going to be happy with the first half and the first 3 minutes of the second half. But if you can show me fight from this moment, that is most certainly a positive. For sure, because it shows that somehow deep down the mentality is still there, which is what we need. Come on, boys. It's unlikely, but this is what we're made for. We're made for these situations where the odds are more than stacked against us. Here we go again. Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz. Oh, unlucky Luis Diaz. Well done, son. Much better. He's claiming for a corner. Oh, it could have took a little slight deflection off the shoulder, but it was tight. Almost 4-2 by Luis Diaz there. Chat, let me know who's been your man of the match for Liverpool so far. Make sure that you're running up those likes as well. I want to know what the likes are on. But yeah, we're going to be live on COP TV after the game, so make sure that you're at the COP TV. We're going to be doing an in-depth analysis and reaction with the COP TV squad to analyse this game, which I know that with the results, doesn't tend to be good, but we're going to try and make it more positive to where we can find solutions, because I don't think being negative, and I know people will be like, James, you're negative. I think being constructive is very different to being negative. I think being negative is being abusive, whereas I think being constructive is very okay, because that can be mistaken as negativity, but I see it as nothing but positivity, because the thing behind constructive thoughts, ones that are thought out, is the fact that it's for the best of the footballer or the best of the person. And I want nothing but for the best for these players, because if they're playing their best football, they're going to be happy. We're going to be happy. The manager's going to be happy, and everyone's going to be on the same hymn sheet. But while we're not being cohesive and we're not playing the ball the way that we should be, and we're not systematically playing to the levels that we should be as well, we're going to continue to see results like this. And that's the one thing we've got to be very, 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 very wary of. But Trent has just been absolutely annihilated again. But Joel Matip, much better. Joel Matip is essential to this football team. Great ball from, was that Salah? It was the right idea. The ball could have been a little bit better. And this is what I'm saying about Mo Salah in terms of the creativity. I don't think he's quite as efficient when it comes to those type of passes. I think he can play the pass a little bit too late at times. Joe Gomez is Liverpool's Maguire. I think that's very far. But he is inconsistent. One day he can look great, and the next best centre-back, a chance nearly fell through to Salah. And then the next day he can just look like what you said, Harry Maguire. But from London instead of fucking Leicester. Where's Harry Maguire from? Harry Maguire isn't from London. Is he? I swear he's from like Hull. Or somewhere mad like that, like Wigan. Matip is the Don. I think Matip's done sound since he came on. He hasn't had much to do, but he's been fucking... All I want to see from my centre-back. Corner, I'll take that. Come on, I'll take that. Our main threat at the moment has been from set pieces. What can we do from this set piece? Can we create anything special? Can we do anything divine? Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Get it up. It's bobsled time. Come on, Trent, bruv. Slot this, my G. Come on, bruv. Trent. Oh, that was... The thing... This is the thing. I go back to urgency. In that very corner that we've just taken, we're in a bad corner, but no one attacked the ball. No one attacked the ball. Oh, how funny is this? Oh, Klopp out. And a United fan saying Klopp out. Do you just want to try and cheat your way to the Premier League or something by getting Klopp out of this league? Or is that what you're trying to do? Just because you know he's going to end up coming good again? Are you trying to get rid of him? You want Eric Ten Hag to be in a Farmers League again? I'm only messing. I like Eric Ten Hag. He's a good manager. The pitch is too wet for Klopp. Yeah, for sure. Klopp will mention something about this pitch. 100%. He'll talk about this football pitch, no doubt. It's not when Klopp loses he makes excuses. It's when he loses bad and he can't make anything up for how bad he lost. So it'd be like, we lost because of this, but we lost badly because of the pitch. Great ball from Harvey. See what I mean with Harvey? He's always looking to put the ball in the space. The players aren't finding the space right now, but Harvey is always looking to find that ball into the space and say, right, get onto the end of that, son. But the players just don't get there. But that's why I think if you're going to be getting Nunez on and more involved more often, then get someone like Harvey out wide. Harvey's been playing on the right-hand side a lot today. Salah's been playing more inverted. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. So instead of trying to get Salah to play all the way out right, get Harvey there and then stop trying to play like both Salah and Firmino. Because it's not working. I think we bring on Nunez now. I think we bring him on for Salah. People will be like, oh, but James, we need goals. Salah isn't scoring goals. You need goals from a player who's not scoring. Oh, can he score now? Oh, Firmino, that was the complete wrong decision. Trent was the other side of the box. Firmino can still make the mad odd decision as well, you know. It's this little Brazilian Latino thing that they've all got going on. It's like they've just got a different eye. You know what I mean? James, do you like nacho crisps or Walker crisps all day, baby? What's Klopp's excuse this game? I don't know if he'll come up with any excuses. He'll probably say something about the pitch, just because it does look shit, but I don't think he'll say that's the main source of the problem. Defence is very sloppy. That's the one thing that's going to be our bit. Yeah, chat. What's been worse this season? And you've got to only choose one: the attack or the defense. What's been worse? Because I genuinely think, like, I think it's been the attack. I think the defense is not being good, but I think the attack, like today especially, the defense has been worse, but the attack has been absolutely abysmal. Like, the attack has just not looked potent at all. It's just looked very, very predictable and just very meaty, very, very meaty football. Things that is not sustainable over the long term. Like, listen, goals will win you games and defenses will win you league titles for sure. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But if you can't get the goals, then the whole start of that process, like Burnley, they had a good defence. I think they only conceded like 50-something goals. And for a relegation team, that's a great defensive record. But they couldn't get goals, which is why they were so shit. And I'm not trying to say we're Burnley, but you need that. Like 13-14, we had a terrible defence. God knows how many goals we conceded that year, but we scored a lot more goals, and that's the most important thing. I'd rather us be seeing us win 4-3s and 3-2s, kind of like 17-18 when Bobby has a great season and stuff like that, than try and play this reserve bullshit where we're not trying to concede. I'm all right with conceding the odd goal, but you've got to take more risks. And the risks that we're taking aren't executing because our players' heads aren't fucking in it right now. It's the players' fault. It's not the manager. It's not the manager at all. It's partly the manager, but it's mainly the players. Have you saw the blatant mistakes that they're making? It's not rocket science, you know, chat. It's really not. Milner and Henderson out. Chat, if you had to choose the first three midfielders that you're getting out of this football club, who is it? Mine would be Milner, Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita. They would be my three. Naby Keita, because last season was Naby's last chance for me, and if we didn't see Naby as a regular starter by now, then there's no point in having a player like that. Because the reason why he's not in the starting 11 is because he's just, one, not playing to the standards, and two, he's always injured. There's no point in keeping him in the squad on the wages that he's on. Oxlade is more than useless, and then the same with Milner. Milner is someone who's good for the back room, but doesn't need to be a football player playing what is, at the moment, week in, week out. Napoli are through on goal as well. They've got a really good chance. Thankfully, their player has scarred it into Rosehead. Some people are saying Henzo and Milner. See, Henderson, I'm all right for Henderson to turn into what James Milner is now. What James Milner is now, I want Henderson to be that for the next 2 seasons. But I don't want Milner doing that no more because I don't think he can do it as well. Milner out. Midfield's been a big problem too. Our defence and our midfield and attack have all been disgraceful. Most people are just saying Milner. Milner, Ox and Naby. I'd say Milner, Ox and Naby. They're the players that I'd let out the door next. Keita, Ox, Milner. James, I said it as soon as Mane was confirmed to leave. Mane leaving was a sign of our downfall. But the thing is, though, 2 + 2 in football is never the actual answer. That's why people just saying, oh, the only reason why Liverpool is shit is because Mane is gone. It's definitely not the main problem, but it's definitely a big part of the problem. The problem is that we're not cohesive and we're really struggling to adapt to whatever this new system is. It's not just like an issue, it's a huge issue. Like, it's really, really bad. Like, this is embarrassing. This is nothing short of absolutely abysmal. And I'm fucking sick of it. I'm surprised I haven't dropped more F-bombs throughout this stream. I've done alright, haven't I, in chat? I've done absolutely sound. We need Benteke. Oh, what a save from the keeper. It was straight at him. But if we get that goal, I said it, if we scored in the next 10 minutes, the game's on because you've got half an hour to score 2 more goals. If we scored there, we'd have had half an hour to get 2 more goals. The comeback could have been on. I'm still supporting the boys. I'm backing them. Listen, chat, readjust your expectations. We are not winning league titles. We are not doing these things. But let's keep the fucking faith that we can get something out of this game. And it probably won't happen, but it's the only thing I've got to make this game somewhat entertaining. No urgency from Van Dijk. He's got it out to Milner. He's played it over the top to Salah, and he's offside. Fucking brilliant. Or something happened to where the goals... It's being late. I'm late. What's happened? demolition happens and a lot of bad football. Losing against Man United 4-1. Oh, losing against Man United and 4-1 to Napoli is a joke, says Asevolt. Jackie says, why should you come to Liverpool? Club won't play. It won't pay. Yeah, we're not going to get Jude Bellingham. Chat, yes or no, are we getting Jude Bellingham? It looks like that's Darwin Nunez has just came on the pitch. Firmino and Salah off. Jota and Nunez are on the pitch for Liverpool. I don't know if they're going to change the game. Let's hope they do, but I think they were the right decisions by the manager. I think Klopp and Salah and Firmino have been more than shit in this game. I think they'll be very disappointed with their own performances as well. Thiago comes on the pitch for James Milner. Welcome back, Thiago. Come on, lads. All I want to see now with the likes of Thiago, Jota, Nunez in this game is, can we play better? Now that we've got Matip, Thiago, Nunez, Jota, can we just play more cohesive? Can we play better football? Can we make this game more of a challenge? Can we end this game on a high so we have that momentum going into the next game? Forget the result. The result was gone in the first half. Oh, you let that go when you wanted to play really, really shit and just not even do basic passes. It's such a shame. People are saying yes. A lot of people are saying yes to that. Jude Bellingham. So you genuinely think Jude Bellingham is going to join Liverpool? In the state that we're in right now? Seriously? Jude Bellingham is not joining Liverpool. If Real Madrid come in for Jude Bellingham, you're telling me he's going to choose Liverpool over Real Madrid? When we're not going to be able to compete with the wages, the ambitions. Real Madrid can say to Jude Bellingham, look, you're going to be playing with him. We've already got Tuchemani. We've already got Camavinga. We've already got the future. We want you to be involved in what is the next Casemiro, Kroos and Modric. The legendary midfields. We want you to be a part of that. What are we going to offer him? We're going to be like, right, yeah, we've got Jordan Henderson over there. Don't forget. We've got James Milner as well. Oh, and the best part is, we've got Thiago. Why is he in the injury room? He's just got an injury. When's he back? In 6 months. But it's fine. He'll be back eventually. And when he does, you'll get to play with Thiago Alcantara. That's what we have to offer Jude Bellingham. We're not. I don't think we're getting Jude Bellingham. I think there's also a thing in the fact that we were going to get Tuchemani. I think Tuchemani was supposed to be that Bellingham player, like the big name player that we needed for midfield. I don't think we'll get Bellingham. I think we'll end up getting some fucking 24-year-old fella who's about to go into his prime and improves the team now, even though Jude was as well. Some people saying absolutely no chance. The state you're in, you lost a couple of games. Yeah, I know. This is the thing about YouTube chats. I don't know if you're saying to me there, oh, stop reacting so bad because of the games that you're losing, or if you're saying the state that the team's in because of how many games we've lost. The reason why I'm upset as I am is because I don't like seeing my team losing football matches, mate. And when I've got to talk about it, like when I'm watching a game by myself, I can sit here in silence and just react by making noises like, oh, for fuck's sake, or that's not good. Like, kind of what I'm doing here, but to myself. When I'm on a live stream, I've got to talk for the whole time. So the whole time, I'm gonna be talking to you what's coming up in my brain. And from what I'm seeing, this is what's coming up in my brain right now. So the words that you're seeing me execute and hearing me say is purely off a reaction of what I'm seeing in this game of football right now. It's honestly a disgrace. Arthur on a permanent. That'll be the Jude Bellingham. That'll be Jude Bellingham. Arthur will have a few decent games towards the end of the season. We'll buy him for the 37.5 million release clause that's there. And then we'll be like, Jude who? Jude who? Oh, we couldn't pay those wages. The free kick goes absolutely nowhere. It done absolutely fucking nothing. Trent has been below par as well, hasn't he, chat? Like, defensively, he's been a lot worse than usual, but attacking-wise, he's been a lot worse than usual as well. He doesn't seem as precise. It's partly due to the fact that, the players won't get on the end of the ball. But Trent has not been good enough as well. Nowhere near the standards. Official MDS says, I said this a lot, not because of today. We should buy Zielinski. He isn't old, but isn't young. He is boss. Someone who's about to go into their prime. That's the thing. Someone like Zielinski, I could see us signing, but again, if you're Zielinski, I'm just like, I've just twatted you 4-1. Why would I join you? But yeah, we were linked with Zielinski back in the day. Back in the day, we were linked with him. Good player, man. He is a good player. And every time we played Napoli in recent years, he's always someone who will look at and think, you know what, you're a really, really sound footballer. Like, he would improve our team right now. He would improve that midfield massively. Definitely. Let me know if you take Zielinski as well, chat. But I'd for sure take him. I think he's a really good player. And I think he'd start as well. I think he's got a nice balance being able to be a passing player, but he can get stuck in. He's very used to the physicality of the Italian league. I think he could settle right into our team. No, Jude is not joining us. We have to face the reality. This season, we are not going to win any trophies. Do you think we can still get an FA Cup or a League Cup, chat? Something along those lines, just something a little miniature. Hey, we've already got a Community Shield. And again, just the wrong decision making when it comes to the passes. That was Thiago. I suppose you've got to give Thiago time. But the best game of football I've saw us convincingly is the City game this year. I don't know how we went into that Community Shield game against City and are playing as shit as we are now. Why not give Arthur a run out now? I don't understand. I don't understand it myself. I think it's because they're trying to play Elliott in midfield. Elliott's definitely a regular starter now. So when you see Elliott on the pitch, you've got to look at him like the way you look at Fabinho or Van Dijk. Not in terms of stature, but in terms of how often he's going to be playing. You need to put him in those same conversations. Ugh. For sure. Predictions for Kamzat versus Nate. Oh, big up to the UFC fans in the chat. Kamzat's going to annihilate him. But I hope Nate goes out on his shield. Like, I hope he puts up a good fight and it goes to a decision. But I think he's going to finish him, to be honest. Let me know if you want to see some UFC content, chat. I want to start doing some UFC content. I know football will always be first, but I want to try and branch out into doing different things. I really want to do some big things for the channel this year and give you content that you just enjoy because you like seeing me on camera. There's sour noodles. Sour noodles. Elliott can't defend. That is the one thing about Elliott's game, is why I prefer probably to see him outright than in the midfield, is his defensive side. Because Kanate played the game instead of Gomez. Did Kanate play the Community Shield game against City? I think he did. Now that you mentioned it. Ah, shit, yeah. Kanate's good. We're going to really... Believe me, Kanate's going to be a big player to come back. He's a really good centre-back. I still don't think he should play above Matip. But I just don't think Matip should be dropped. Like, chat, I know this could be a mad thing to say, but I'd rather see Van Dijk dropped than Joe Matip at the moment. I think Matip could have done better there, though. The shot just kind of drags past the goal. We've been so poor today. And we haven't really improved since the substitutions either. We've been probably just as bad. Waste passes from Elliott. I feel like everyone's being wasteful with the chances, with the passing, and all that stuff. Yeah, let me know if you'd want to see UFC content, though, chat, and let me know what other content you'd want to see. I'm thinking about, chat, do I put these videos into, like, shorter highlight videos, by the way? If so, can someone after this please put the timestamps, just so I'm not looking myself? Let me know, mate. At this point, I'm just here talking to the chat. Fuck this game. We've been abysmal. If there's any questions that you've got about the time that I had off YouTube, what I'm doing back on YouTube, people I've met, whatever the fuck, just let's get some conversations going, mate, because this is depressing. This is really, really depressing. We're losing 4-1 to Napoli. What part of Liverpool are you from? Bootle? Nah, I'm not from Bootle. I am from Kirkdale, so right next to Bootle. I still apply for purple bins and that. So anyone who says I'm a wool, I get told I'm a wool all the time. I'm like, I'm actually not a wool. Like, I know that's a very wool thing to say. Like, I'm not a wool. I am actually not a wool. I've always grew up in Kirkdale. Like, any house that I've lived in growing up has had a purple bin. That's a significant thing. in Liverpool. If you have purple bins, then you're from Liverpool, and that's kind of like the license. So the way that you'd have a driver's license, Scousers have purple bins. What's your top 4 predictions for the Prem? Great question, especially with the form that Liverpool are in. I think I'm going to go with Man City. Honestly, the way United are playing, don't be surprised to see them finish second. I'm still going to say... Oh, it's so tough at the moment. Right now, based on what I'm seeing, I'll go United, Arsenal, Chelsea. No, Arsenal. Oh, no, actually, Spurs, maybe. I don't know. I actually don't know that one. Let me know what you say is your Prem predictions. I'm going to go with Spurs second, United third, Arsenal fourth. That's the final answer. We're on the attack. Here's Luis Diaz. Is it Luis Diaz? No, it's Darwin Nunez. Sorry, Darwin Nunez. Goes nowhere. And this is the one thing I want to say about Darwin. He's not a dribbler. So do you know people who think he can play on this left wing and do it well? You are sadly mistaken, because one key component of being a good left winger is being able to cut inside off your left foot, and he is cut inside on your right foot. Sorry, and he is not someone who can finish like the way Luis Diaz cuts inside and scores. Oh, Darwin Nunez can't do the same. You need to provide Darwin Nunez with the volume of chances behind the defence and stuff like that, balls into the box, and that's how he's going to get his goals. He's not a creator. Oh, he's not a creator at all. Jurgen Klopp's done. You can just see how devastated Jurgen Klopp is. He's actually finished. And it's actually sad to see as well. It's so devastating. Solomon says Liverpool, City, United, Spurs, Liverpool, Arsenal. True. James, could you do F1 watch-alongs? Oh, I'm just not an F1 watcher. Does that make me a loser, chat? Does that make me a loser that I'm not someone who's an F1 fan? Just never done it. I do UFC watch-alongs. I'd only do watch-alongs to stuff I was interested in. I don't have enough interest in F1 and stuff like that. Sorry if you're already answered this elsewhere, but any chance of energy coming back? Probably not, which is a big shame, but probably not. I think expressions with the Barstool deal and stuff like that, it's going to be very difficult for him to find time, to find space for a show like that, especially with the fact he's doing so well with the show that he's doing with Rants. I think you probably saw, in a sad manner, the last episode of Energy. You're probably going to see us do like little spin-off episodes and stuff like that. That's something that we could talk about because it was a legendary show. But on a week-to-week basis, maybe further down the pipeline, but anytime soon in the short term, you won't be seeing the best of enemies. You will be seeing that because that's Robbie's and X's show, the Energy show. We should have just called it Energy. I don't know why we needed 3 of them. Big up expressions. He should be coming on the channel Friday. I'm going to be doing live Redmond roundups again. So if you want to see that, expressions will be on the channel. And even though I've been losing games of football, I'll still be giving him the corns. Don't you worry. Diaz is the only one trying here. I think Diaz has been one of the main standouts in the season, to be honest. But yeah, guys, it's Napoli 4, Liverpool 1. We've still got 15 minutes left. Can Liverpool get one back? Can Liverpool keep it a 4-1? Energy was amazing. Are you still friends with Redmond? That's a great question, Rosie. Yeah, do you know what? The only person who I fell out with on this YouTube platform is Craig from Anfield Agenda, and I still wish him all the best. And I'd never wish anything bad on him. Not a chance, mate. He's got a family, and we still made good content when we were on Anfield Agenda. But the reason why you tend to notice a lot of people have a problem with Craig is because he does make some very reactionary decisions, which I just didn't appreciate on my time there, in terms of the way that he'd speak to me at times and stuff like that. And if you're going to give me disrespectful energy, then you will get that back. And then when you try and paint the narrative that I was the one being disrespectful, like what he done on his live stream, that's when it's not really acceptable. So regardless of him, and regardless that obviously we're not in each other's good books, I still wish to see his channel grow, because the more he grows, the more makes me want to grow. And for me to become the best, I need people like Craig and like Redmond TV, so I can overtake them, because I believe I will. In due time, I'm nowhere near the standards now. I haven't got the production levels. I do think I'm probably better on camera than both of them, but I think over time, it will be a no-brainer that I will be the biggest Liverpool fan in terms of subscribers. It's not my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is to be the best I can be. But I think once I've got more of a team behind me, and I've been doing this longer and I build that consistency, I think I'll be above them. So all I ask from any content creator that I work with is don't be disrespectful and don't be a bellend, right? And the only person who I've ever fell out with, and I'm not calling him a bellend, but at times I felt he was very, very disrespectful. So that's why I don't speak to him no more. But Redmond TV, for instance, love them to pieces. The boys from Coppish, I haven't spoke to them for a while, but I'm still great friends with them, and I fucking love them, and I actually, now that I mention it, need to do content with them soon. These are all things that like are key components, key components to good YouTube relationships, because there's a lot of people in this game who do not have your best interests. They only have their own best interests at heart. It's not something to benefit you in any way, shape or form. The amount of people who have tried to get me to sign contracts and be committed to them, where it actually doesn't benefit me massively to where I can't collaborate with other people, is ridiculous. And that's why I love the network of people who I know right now. Like, I know I can call Expressions and he's going to give me any advice on anything that I need, for sure. Like, Expressions is so sick because he's offered me things that would have massively benefited me in the short term, but I just didn't want to take it because I don't want him to think that that's the only reason why, like, I speak to him or whatever. He's my brother, mate, and he's someone who's taught me a lot. Not only about YouTube, but about life, the way I should look at life. He's a proper fella, mate. He goes to the gym, he takes care of himself, he's doing well for himself, he's so charismatic on camera. There's so many things you can take away from someone like Expressions, like Rants, who I know people have the mixed opinions of, but again, the life morals and values are there. He goes to the gym, he does all these things well. He's a good person to talk to. I've obviously started doing things on Rio Ferdinand's channel, which is huge, which is great, and these are good people, mate. Good people. They've always respected me, and the reason why Rio Ferdinand was so gracious to do a video for my channel the other day is because they want to help me grow. They don't want me to just benefit them. They want to benefit me and help me grow also, and give me a platform to where I can showcase myself. So I'm made up with the network that I've got, the people who I'm friends with in this game, and you will fall out with people along the way. But chat, the one thing that I want you to learn from people you fall out with, don't wish on their downfall. If they're doing better than you, use that as motivation to make yourself better. We're all on a never-ending road to being perfect, aren't we? It's just not, it's never going to happen. That's why it's never ending, but we all still try and aim to get there. That's why I will fall out with people along the way. And Craig was one of those. And I haven't spoke about it since because whatever. I do also still have a laptop of Craig's that I need to send him back. Because when I was on Anfield Agenda, it was dead funny. He tried painting it out. And he's already spoke about this publicly, so I can talk about this publicly now. He made it out like as if the laptop he bought me was like a gift, like, James, this is for you because you're my mate and stuff like that. And the second that I weren't doing content for Anfield Agenda no more, he wanted it back, which is sounds like, I'm sure you did only give me the laptop because I was doing things on Anfield Agenda, which is still really generous and kind to give me the laptop. But it's so funny the fact you were trying to paint it out like as if, oh, James, this is a friendly thing, like, oh, we're going to be dead sounds and we're going to be mates. Like, don't, like, and that's why I never used the laptop from the day he sent me that Apple Mac. Because it was an Apple Mac, it was a proper laptop, mate. I was like, I'm not going to use this because I do genuinely believe the second he gets a chance, just because he's had a history of it before, he will use it against me. No doubt about it. No doubt. So that's why it's still fresh in the box. I just haven't sent it back because it's not on the high list of my priorities. It's really not. And if he's got a problem with that, that's his issue. You know what I mean? He shouldn't have spoke to me like a dickhead at times. But the reason why I'm speaking on it now is not to spread hate and not for anyone to go over to him. And he'll probably get his goons and get them in my chat and get them fuming on me. And I'll tell them straight the same way I tell him straight if he wanted to speak on camera, which I would do. I would do that. Well, actually, nah, I wouldn't do that. I'm lying. I wouldn't do that. That's too childish for me. I don't have time for people who don't have open arguments and conversations. Remembering the conversations I used to have with Craig, you couldn't get a fucking word in. And you couldn't have those adult-like conversations. And listen, I'm only young. I'm in my early 20s. And there's certain adults that I speak to and I just think, fucking hell, we're all just big kids, aren't we? Like, if you're young now, don't think that adults are well older than you because they're not, mate. I swear to God, like, they're older and they're more wise for sure. But they're all just big kids in their own way. Honestly. Is that the ball geezer? It is the ball fella. And I'm only speaking about it because he spoke about me and I weren't recording or uploading at the time. So I haven't been uploading and people are saying that's enough. We get it. I get it. Like, I know that you might say we get it, but the point is that you've got to make sure that even if you do have a little thing with someone, you've still got to wish the best for them at the end of the day. Like, you shouldn't want them to be on their downfall. We're still getting battered in this game as well. So I don't know why you all wanted me to just be like, yeah, man. Like, we're just getting battered. Why do you want me to talk about that? I'm talking about life things. It happens. My Australian cousin is a City fan and he's being a mink. City fans fully, like, deserve to have a go at us right now, though, because we've been shitting on them and saying we're going to be competing with you for the next few seasons, and then we go and mess it up. By the way, guys, another reminder, we are going to be live on the COP TV after this game. Let's talk some FSG out, says Jackie. I mean, I've already spoke about it and no one listens, Jackie. I get called negative no matter what I talk about nowadays. Like, that's the difference between me on YouTube this time and last time as well. Like, I like being positive and I love making people smile. It's the number one thing, but I do think it's important to talk about certain things and not just keep it behind the scenes, do you know what I mean? That's the way it is. Esther, I agree with you. Esther said, speak your mind, James. That's what I'm here to do, mate. If I came on live streams and just stuck to not talking about certain things, that's just me being fake as fuck and not being myself. I'm never going to do that. I'll come onto stream and be the best example that I can be. It's why I'm trying to swear less. Because I've definitely got like ADHD or something. Not like the angry ADHD, but the very, like, look at me, look the way I speak. I speak with my hands. Like, I haven't been diagnosed. And I know some people have serious issues with it, so I'm not trying to, like, take the piss. But genuinely, I think I have some form of ADHD, no doubt. No doubt. But it's like the energetic ADHD, do you know what I mean? Like, I can get very tired and very, like, energetic, like, easily. Could also be bipolar, fuck knows. Yo, James, that Tuchel sorting video you did, you're going to do one for Klopp? I hope not. I don't want to do one for Klopp, and I certainly wouldn't be laughing at the start of it either. Not a chance. I would be 100% down to watch a UFC watch-along. I'd love to do UFC watch-alongs. I just don't know if people would be interested in it. El Rodri, thank you very much for becoming a member, my mate. Obviously, supporting the channel in any way that people can is unbelievable, and I really appreciate you getting on board, lad. Welcome to the Redmond Army. Haaland, 12 goals in 7 games. Where's the noodle Carroll? The noodle Andy Carroll. Where's the noodle Andy Carroll? Liverpool fans crying. Oh, go on. Again, nothing from that corner. Liverpool fans were hyping and comparing him where anyone's seen him. Nah, I haven't seen Nunez either. In all fairness, you've got me there. You've trumped me on that one, son. You've trumped me on that one. James, do you ever go into Manchester? Yeah, quite a few times. I have a good reception in Manchester, you know. People in Manchester don't mind me. And I really like going there. Like, I've been to a gaff where there was just nothing but people from Manchester, and I'm thinking, shit, these aren't going to like me. Oh, they make the fucking lovely. That's what I like. I like the fact I'm not overly hated. I know there's the odd person that doesn't like me on this YouTube platform, but in person, it's all love, mate. It's all just like, yes, lad, all right, James, and all that shit. I like the vibes out in person when I meet people. It's why I've never turned down a photo. If you see me by the stadium, I won't turn down a photo with you. If you tell me to say don't do if buts or maybes, I might turn that down just because I've probably done 10 videos previous to that same day. But I wouldn't turn down a photo. And I'd have a conversation with you. Like, I always ask people, like, what the name is and how the day's been. Which I'm not trying to say, like, give me a trophy for it, but just the basic stuff. Like, I don't just get a photo with people and then you've got to fuck off and get out my presents. Like, I'm like any Liverpool fan who goes to that stadium. If people want a photo with me, then sound. Like, I'm not going to look at you all strange and be weird about it. So if you do see me at the stadium, never feel shy to come over, say, oh, James, lad, I watch your live streams, fucking love them, lad, or fucking hate you. Where's my... Because there's 5 minutes of the game and my Xbox has just said that it's going to turn off, so I need to make sure that it doesn't do that. Ugh. Guys, let me know what you've thought of the stream as well. I've rambled about some things. I've been able to catch you, keep you up to date with certain other things as well. If there's any other questions that you do have collectively in the chat, then let me know, because we're most certainly winning this game, losing this game 4-1. Let's just say that. How do I become a member? I want to become a member. I believe that there's an option, but I do also have a link, which I should probably use. But I think there's an option somewhere down below the video description saying you can become a member. But if someone in the chat could let her know, like, directly. Jackie, I don't want to say him or her, because I don't know if you call Jack and you've just made your name Jackie, or if your name is actually Jackie. So if you could clarify, that'd be great. But if someone could let Jackie know, that'd be fantastic. Perfect start for year 11. for year 11 for me, mate. Manchester United playing well and Liverpool in the mud. Oh, Solomon, lads, you're in the year 11, yeah? Oh, good on you, man. Good on you, Solomon. I hope you're still doing well. I hope you're still working hard and playing your football and keeping your head down in school and getting the results that you need, mate. You're definitely going places, son. Definitely going places. I love Solomon. One of my I don't like to favourite. I don't like to have favouritism towards my subscribers, but Solomon, he's been a real OG. He's been a real OG. Chat, let me know how long you've been watching James Redmond TV for. Not how long you've known me for. Like me Redmond TV days. How long have you been watching James Redmond TV for? And be honest. I'll appreciate someone who's been here for a day and loves the channel to the same way that someone's been here for years and supported the channel. Because yous are still the OGs. We've got a long journey to go, mate. I know for sure. Only 32 likes till 500. Prove you are the G's, Redmond's Army, and let's see how many likes we can get. Can we get 500 likes for what has been a terrible game? Oh, yeah, good chance here. Oh, the time and Darwin released the ball earlier. Fucking useless. Absolutely useless. Oh, and I've just knocked me camera. Marvellous. Oh, brilliant. Oh, brilliant. Oh, this is superb. Oh, and now it's not sticking. Oh, yeah, that's all right, actually. James, you have a small fan club in Texas. I love your ramblings. I know nothing about football. We love that. Is right, Becky. Big up to everyone from Texas, mate. I get quite a few people following me from Texas. 3 years, 2 years, a year. Oh, that's sick. 3 years, Jackie. Have you been watching this channel for 3 years? Have I even been recording for 3 years? I think my first video was posted 3 years ago, but have I been uploading consistently? I'm not sure. Big up to yourself, though. 3 months. Oh, so recent subscriber. That's interesting, 3 months, because I weren't even posting 3 months ago. Oh, we are. Here's Thiago. Oh, too much diddly-dallying again. And the ball from Diaz was shit. This is what I'm saying about Diaz's end product. He can get the odd goal, but he's not consistent with the efficiency when it comes to his end product. It's such a shame. 8 months, 5 years. All right, I haven't had the channel for 5 years, so that's a lie. That's a lie. A year, 2 years. Oh, brilliant. Thank you. Oh, guys, there's a lot of, like, loads of people here saying that they've been watching for years and years and years. Whoever said 5 years is a liar. I also don't believe anyone who said 3 years because I weren't uploading regularly then. But if so, then fair enough. Jota took a shot and it got blocked. Today, oh, that's sick. It's like, well, Mikey, whether you like the channel or not, thank you for tuning in, mate. Nice one for the opportunity. Harvey and Fabio need to start every game in the Premier League today. That voice break there. That was embarrassing. How old are you, James? Are you 10? Are you 10? Since your man claim, big up from South Africa. Oh, I get a lot of love from South Africa. Big up my fellow South Africans, mate. I get South Africans coming up to me all the time and saying, yo, yes, my Jake, 9 years. All right, fucking ridiculous now. Dylan, you're being a bit stupid. Calm your fucking tits. My first time watching this channel. We love that from you, Messiah. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you felt welcomed. Hopefully the chat have welcomed you all nicely. And it's a pleasure to have you here, mate. You know what I mean? So we've got a few long-term watchers. And we've got a lot of new people, which is another good thing. And yous are all the early people. So the way that you want to support this channel, yeah, you can donate and you can do stuff like that. But the most important, because I know that a lot of you are young, so I don't want to encourage anyone to be sending money into this YouTube channel. Like, save your own money, chat. First and foremost, the extra $5 that you could spare me to support this channel, save it for yourself. Obviously, if you've got a job and you're doing all those things and you want to spare a couple of quid, go for it. But for the young people watching this channel, under the age of like 18 and haven't got a sustainable job and stuff, save every penny you've got. Please do that. Save every penny you've got until you've got a vision on what you want to do with the amount of money that you have. Trust me, just make sure that you're getting your money put away. 50% of whatever you make, I always say, put that money away. And I learned that off Kevin Hart, because taxes are a thing. Whether you agree or not with taxes, they're a thing. So if you put that away, you've got money put away for safety reasons, emergency things, and then you've got the taxes, and then you've got all the money that you need to spend, and then you don't have that stress. So save all the money that you can get. Don't be donating it to the YouTubers like me and stuff. Because even though it's appreciated, it's just not necessary. I'd rather you save it and work towards something yourself. I wanted to inspire people to do things instead of causing themselves detriments. But the point that I was trying to make there is it was something about, why did I just bring all that up? I was talking about, like, saving money because I don't even know why I brought up about saving money. My head just absolutely went. There was something else, but I can't remember, chat. Such a chop, lad, James. Next for Prime Minister. Oh, nice one, lad. I don't know about that. I don't think I'm intelligent enough to be Prime Minister, but... James, do you know iShow Speed? Of course I know iShow Speed. The king of the internet at the moment. Absolute goat. Absolute fucking goat. There was a point to what I was saying. I just can't remember what the point was. So I do apologise for rambling, because I always do that. Oh, yeah, but the other way that you can support the channel for the young people watching, this is the point I was trying to make. For the young people watching the channel, leaving comments on videos. So even if it's just like Redmond's Army, and liking the videos is what gets them more out there, which means the channel grows, which means more people watch them, which means more people watch adverts, which means the channel generates more revenue, which means I get to post more videos. And if you do want to see more videos, instead of things like donations and stuff, the one thing I really appreciate is people who go out the way for the 5 seconds that it takes to like a video and leave a comment, because it helps the YouTuber much more than you think. So if going forward, for the loyal people watching this stream who really enjoy this YouTube channel, the way I enjoy you tuning in and watching this YouTube channel, I fucking appreciate everyone who watches this channel regularly. If we can start leaving comments like Redmond's Army, if you have nothing to say, that's fine, just say Redmond's Army and then boom, we're flying. And the same with the likes and stuff. If we can get the likes up as high as possible, if we can break records, then that's what we want. Let's be a mini Mr. Beast. But... this is like an emotional contract. My side of the contract is to make sure I'm delivering content to a standard to where you're enjoying it. And that's what I hope I'm doing, mate. User legends. You keep me positive considering the results. Guys, the thing is as well, it's not the be-all and end-all. We could be in a much worse position as a Liverpool football team. I know that I can probably come across as quite negative at times, and I haven't been the most positive this season, but we are still Liverpool Football Club. We've still got the best manager in the world in Jurgen Klopp. Let rival fans laugh at that statement. Let them do it. Who cares? We've still got world-class players. We're going to make the adjustments that we need to. And believe me, before we know it, whether it's league titles or not, I can't promise that, but we will be back in conversations. We'll be back in conversations. This will not last forever. We've got Jurgen Klopp. We're going to be just fucking fine, mate. Just fine. So like I said, when this video ends, if you can... Because the live chat is brilliant, and thank you for the interaction in the live chat today. I haven't been able to fucking keep up. It's been boss, and I like it when the live chat's like this. It's well better. But after this video, if you can go in the comments and comment Redmond's Army, that lets me know that you're watching the stream. That lets me know that you were here on a regular basis. It lets me know you're a more loyal subscriber, and it gets the video more out there, which is a big, big help. The game is now over. We have just lost 4-1 to Napoli. Do you know what, mate? The result itself was diabolic, and we are going to be going on the COP TV to be reviewing this result in about 10 to 15 minutes. Let me just double check that Alex has put the live stream up, so I can then put it in the chat so you can all tune in. But the point is, thank you for watching the video and watching all and leaving the likes and the comments and stuff. But the reason why I just went into that rampage of talking about whatever I wanted at the end, because this has been the same stuff. This has been the same things that's been going on repeatedly over the past couple of games. Not good enough. If you want to see the rants and the raves and stuff like that, then go over and rewind the stream, because you're not getting it now. You can get it on the COP TV when we're live in 5 minutes' time. 5 minutes' time, we'll be live in the COP TV. I'm going to put it in the chat now. If the mods can be so gracious and also put it in the chat and the comments and stuff, that'd be brilliant. Leave a comment after this stream as well, which would be marvellous. But I just want to say to a few people and say thank you. Sophia, thank you for tuning in. Rose, what an absolute hero. Solomon, you're a fucking amazing person. And so is everyone. 500 plus likes on a stream where we've been absolutely, and I mean absolutely obliterated and embarrassing football. But we will be finding all the solutions that we need to find on the COP TV. The link is now in the chat. If I can pin that, that'd be even better. Pin message. So that message is now being pinned. If you want to come over to COP TV and, again, interactive chat where you can talk to us and get your point of views in on the game, that'd be amazing. Tottenham fan, but rate Liverpool. Not going to lie, no hate. Oh, it is right, mate. Thanks for keeping the vibes up, James. Was a very depressing game. Thank you, guys, for keeping the vibes up. The chat has been absolutely goated. There's going to be a live Redmond roundup on Friday as well, by the way, team. We're going to be doing one with expressions. We're going to be getting him on the channel. I'm also looking on getting a Chelsea fan in. So if you've got any recommendations for the Chelsea fans on who I can get on the channel about their situation at Chelsea, let me know. And Shout out to the people who know what the live Redmond Roundup is. We've got the Redmond Roundup, but the live Redmond Roundup is all the more better. When we get guests on and we talk everything football and we go into other things. Big up the Redmonds army. We got fucking battered today, but Liverpool fans, we're going to get through this together. We're going to go through these trial times and depressants. We're going to back the manager and we're going to back these players through the bad form that they're in. We're going to support them all the way till the fucking end. I'm about to put a fucking video or a photo on Instagram. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to take a selfie. And I want everyone to take a selfie with me in pride. Well, not pride. Not pride, because we've got nothing to be prideful of and we've got nothing to be proud of. But we do need to support the boys. We need to back the boys in the red. Wait there, how do I do this selfie? Because I was going to be like, come on, like that. But then that makes it look like that we've just won a game of football and we clearly never won the game of football. I'll just do this. Nah. Oh, this chin, this patchy beard right here, little one of those. No, one of those. A thumbs down is the mood. Thumbs down is the mood right now, chat. Spark a cigar right now. I'm going to be sparking something a lot stronger. A lot stronger. Don't smoke. To all my young viewers, if you smoke and I see you smoking, I'll be fucking fuming with yous. If I ever see any of you smoking around me, I'll be fucking fuming. It's so bad for you. Just because I need to set the example and stop smoking myself. For people who smoke, swerve it, mate. Not good for you whatsoever. Not the example you should be setting yourself. And I'll give you a knuckle sandwich. And if you think I'm fucking lying, fucking test me. This chin is getting out of hand. Hashtag, come on you Reds. Leave a like on the Instagram post. Leave a like on the... We still got 300 people in here. What a fucking legends. Right, leave your man of the matches as well in the comments. Mine's Joe Gomez. I stole that joke off someone in the chat. When you getting on Redmond TV, message them. Message Redmond TV and say, we want James on the channel. And I'm sure they'll ask and then we can make an appearance. Big up to Solomon for getting the link in there as well. Big up to Rose for getting all the comments in as usual. Big up to Curtis. Big up to Ali. Big up to Psychedelic Scientist. Big up to Adil. Big up to Match. Big up to Uza Nazir. Big up to Danny Gray. Big up to Danny Slater. I haven't even seen a comment from Danny Slater, but still big up him. Big up Esther. I'm so disappointed the players look tired. Trent doesn't look interested in the game. Countless wrong pass decisions. Elliott looks good as per usual, but the rest of the team look like they can't run. I'd love to know the running stats for this game. Anyway, guys, we're going live on the COP TV. I love every single one of you. We'll be back in for a live stream soon. Comment the Redmonds Army the second that this stream is done. And I'll know that you're supporting the channel, guys. Love every single one of you. All right, have a belter. Big up yourselves.